Is it live? So welcome everyone to the post-lunch session of the inaugural session of Advanced Skill Training Program. So in the post-lunch session, we have our speakers, CMA Amit Apte sir, who was the former president of the Institute of Cost Accountants of India in the year 2018 and 19. Sir, welcome you, sir, in this today's inaugural session of Advanced Skill Training Program for the June 2025 qualified CMAs.
Thank you.
Welcome you, sir. Sir has over 30 years of post-qualification experience in the fields of costing, MIS, finance and accounts, and ERP systems implementations. Sir is a practicing cost accountant. Sir was the president of the institute in the year 2018-19. Previous to that, sir was the chairman of Western India Regional Council of the institute in 2010-11. Then he became the Central Council member, and from 2011 to 19, he was there. He was also the director of Levare Consultants Private Limited and Levare Information Solutions Private Limited. Sir is the partner in Joshi Apte and Associates Cost Accountants. Sir is also the partner of Unique Valuers and Techno Financial Consultants LLP, Registered Valuers and Techno Financial Consultants. He is the member of Appellate Authority constituted by the central government. He is a former member of Independent Evaluation Committee constituted by IBA under RBI's framework for revitalizing distressed assets in the economy. He is a former member of RBI Committee on Cost Governance, on Cost of Government Banking, received special acknowledgements of efforts and contribution. He is the All India rank holder in the CMA final examination. He was the topped. He has topped Pune University in Diploma in Finance Taxation Laws examination. He was the registered valuer in securities and financial assets. He is also a qualified company secretary. He has global exposures in overseas stints in UAE and Egypt. He is a very much adventurous person. He likes to adventure. He has done independent treks to over 10 Himalayas destinations, including Mount Everest Base Camp and Mount Kilimanjaro, Tanzania. He is also a state-level representation and meritorious performance at table tennis tournaments. Welcome you, sir, in this today's online inaugural session of Advanced Skill Training. We request welcome, and we request you, sir, to kindly address our CMS.
Yeah, thank you, Riya ma'am, and thank you, Vinaranjan sir, Chairman of Studies, Training and Placement. So first of all, I'm glad I'm perfectly audible.
You're audible, sir.
Okay, just let me know in case. Okay, should not be a problem though. So first of all, I'm really glad that I'm a part of this inaugural session of Advanced Skill Training Program for the newly passed out CMA students in the PPOP, that is the Pre-Placement Orientation Program. So first of all, let me congratulate all the students who have cleared the finals of our examinations, and welcome to the CMA fraternity. Of course, you will be eligible to attach the word CMA before your name only after you get the membership. But I'm sure that since all of you have already got the 15 months training done before the final exams, in another maybe year and a half, you will all be eligible to be the members of our institute. And at the first instance of completing 3 years of practical exposure, all of you will ensure that you are members of this prestigious institute. So congratulations once again. So the degree that you have now got is the entry ticket that you have got for the beautiful world of business. So you have the entry ticket to the corporate world. You have the entry ticket to start your own practice if you wish so. How you take your careers from here is up to you and up to your individual expertise. So, as I said, this is only the entry ticket, or may I say that you have got the visa to visit a country. Now, which country you want to go and what all you would like to do there is up to each one of you. So placements of our institute has a long history. I remember when I was the regional council member in 2007 to 2011, WRC and SIRC were the leaders who took the lead and started the placement at the regional level. And immediately after that, the institute also joined hands with all the regions. And since then, the placement is being done through the central council. Of course, the regions and the chapters are very much a party to that. And without their support, this show will not be as successful as it has been over the last more than 15 years. So when I qualified way back in December 1992 attempt, there was no such kind of support from the institute as far as the placements are concerned. And I'm really glad that you all have this kind of support from the institute. As you have seen from my background, as I was being introduced by Ria Madam, I have never been employed anywhere. So you would all be wondering as to why I have been invited over here for this inaugural session. So basically, even though I have never been employed, at the beginning of my career, I did give about 4 interviews, and I was able to be selected in 3 of the 4 companies where I was interviewed. And after that, since I started my own practice over the last almost 30 years, currently I am engaging more than 25 cost accountants in my own firm. So we are a family of 25 odd cost accountants and plus 9 partners. So it's a big CMA family, if I may say. So my entire experience is in the practice field, but I was just going through the itinerary of today's program, and I noticed that you already had very good speakers from the industry, starting with Soma Ghosh, CMA Soma Ghosh, who is the CFO of Cummins India Limited. It's a large MNC, and also Director Finance of Flowserve India, Group CFO of UPL, then the Director Finance of NLC and Alco. And I think there are a couple of more directors. I think TVS Motors Director Finance is also, and some HR Director is also joining after my session. So after listening to all these speakers, I'm sure that all of you will be well versed with what to expect from the industry. And I'm really glad to be a part of one piece of advice, not to dissuade you or not to disappoint you, but I understand that there are more than 700 to 800 freshly qualified cost accountants who are appearing for this pre-placement. So it's very natural that there is going to be a very tough competition amongst all of you. And there is a likelihood that some of you may not get placed during this campus placement drive, which is currently going on. Or you may not get the kind of company or the kind of job that you were anticipating. So please don't be disheartened by that, because this is not the end. This is only the beginning of the of your career, and it's a very minor setback. There are many companies who perhaps may not be coming to the placements, but who are willing to take you up as cost accountants. I would suggest that you should have a good good exposure and good networking amongst your alumni. So you have 700 to 800 fellow cost accountants attending this pre-placement drive. So stay connected with each and every one of them. Please stay connected with the other practitioners and the cost accountants from the industry. And I'm sure every one of you will do well in your respective careers. I'm sorry for this background sound, but there is a construction activity going on next door. So there is some sound. You'll have to bear with that. What I would like to tell you over here is, apart from the corporate career, there is also a good career available as a practice. So there are about 4,000 practicing cost accountants today in India, and everyone has chosen various different fields and various different career paths to be successful practitioners as well. Of course, these skill sets that are required if you want to do your own practice, and the skill sets that are required if you are getting into a job will be different. I will just touch upon a few major differences in the skill sets that you should develop. But there are certain essential technical skills in the cost and management accounting which you must be on top of, whether you are in service or whether you are undergoing a job, or you have taken up your own practice. So you have to be very, very thorough in the cost accounting principles and the various cost accounting standards. There is no way that you can say that you are not aware of the cost accounting principles, and you should be well versed with the budgeting and the forecasting techniques, the financial statement analysis, overall cost control and cost reduction strategies. These are the very basic things that you will have to have, whether you are employed with some corporate or whether you are starting your own practice. Then there are certain soft skills and professional competencies that you will have to inculcate amongst yourself. And the communication and the presentation skills is one thing that you will have to develop. I understand that as a part of the CMA course, even though there were some modules for the soft skills development, my experience has been many of the cost accountants are not very good communicators, and they are not very good at presentation skills. This is where perhaps you need to develop yourself. You have to practice yourself along with your friends and try and develop the communication skills and the presentation skills. Of course, ChatGPT and similar artificial intelligence platforms are now available to all of you. Make good use of these softwares. Of course, when I say make good use of these softwares, I must warn you that please do not make an excessive use of ChatGPT. In my organization itself, after ChatGPT made its advent, I have noticed that the communication mails and the various written contents and the reports of 100% of my team members has suddenly improved. Of course, thanks to ChatGPT. But then it may not give you the right results always. So please be careful while using these kind of artificial intelligence platforms, and don't make excessive use of that. Otherwise, you will not be able to develop your own skill sets. You will be dependent on these kind of platforms. Group discussions and debate skills is one thing that you will have to develop, whether you are in the corporate or in the practice. Believe me, group discussions and interview skills have been of more use to me as a practitioner, because when you are in the corporate world, you may be giving interviews as and when you want to change the jobs, maybe 3 years, 4 years, after a gap of 3 to 4 years at a time. But as a practitioner, we have to give the interviews practically to the new potential clients practically once or twice a month. So the development of the interview skills is not restricted only to the corporate world, but it is more pertinent to the practitioners as well. Finally, ethical practices and professional conduct is something that you will have to focus on. You must be seeing a lot of negative publicity about some other professionals, that this particular professional is under CBI inquiry, this particular professional has been arrested for some GST malpractices. And but if you notice, so far there has not been any major blot on the CMA profession, and it is the duty of all of us together to ensure that we follow the best of ethical practices and professional conduct to ensure that our profession remains blot free throughout. Many students do ask me as to whether the practice as a cost accountant is a very limited field, because there is some negativity in the market that we as cost accountants are not allowed to conduct financial audits, tax audits. But then if you remove just these two, financial audit and tax audit, there are ample other avenues available. There was a publication on our website available, which I had got it done when I was the president of the institute. It was a more than a 50-page booklet, which included various areas where doors are open for practicing cost accountants to practice. Just to take a few examples, of course, maintenance of cost records and cost audit are two areas which all of you are aware of. Internal audits is something that the cost accountants are eligible to undertake as per the Companies Act. You can focus on practice in taxation, both direct and indirect taxation, and this practice can include not only the basic compliances, but also various kinds of advisory, tax planning, representations to the various tax authorities, including GST, customs, tribunals, and of course various kinds of certifications that may be required. Then management consultancy can be one more area, of course, that will require some kind of experience. You cannot start your own management consultancy at the very beginning of your career, but I'm sure that maybe 4 or 5 years of experience, you can be very good management consultants as well. And believe me, the industry requires good consultants across the industry. Then there is another few professions like the insolvency profession or the valuation, registered valuation profession, which have now been mandated under the Companies Act. And we cost accountants with some experience are eligible to undertake these, of course, after clearing the exams which are being conducted by the Insolvency and Bankruptcy Board of India. Then there are ERP and system implementations that can be undertaken. You may notice that even in the campus interviews, there are a lot of IT companies which come in, and most of these IT companies employ cost accountants as experts in ERP implementations. So apart from the corporate, as a practitioner also you can be a part of, as a freelancer, you can work as ERP and system implementation partner. And then there are several certifications you can undertake, trainings for various corporates and so on and so forth. So I would definitely request you to kindly go through the material which is already available on our website of the various avenues that are available to practicing cost accountants in India. Finally, I must touch upon one more practical aspect, that when you are starting your own practice versus when you are doing a corporate career, undertaking a corporate career, your professional CV or profile is something that you must have in both the cases. And the way you structure this CV is going to be different, very different, as to what your career goal is. For example, if you are looking out for a job, the focus of your CV has to be your employment history, the various roles that you have played in your earlier employment, the various achievements that you have done in the prior organizations. Whereas as a practitioner, if you are writing your CV as a practicing cost accountant, you will have to focus on the various client projects that you have undertaken, various entrepreneurial skills that you have displayed. Um, you will have to display that you are a versatile person who can undertake various different facets of business in multiple disciplines. As a corporate job seeker, you need to focus on that you are a team player. Your proficiency in the various softwares and reporting and compliances may need to be showcased. Um, Whereas the success matrix for a practicing cost accountant will always be the growth of his clients, various testimonials that you would have collected from your clients, the overall client satisfaction index. Whereas as a job seeker, the various promotions, the KPI outcomes, and the contributions that you have done in the job is something that you need to focus on. So I must say that apart from the basic costing skill sets, all of you will have to be well versed with the contemporary or the emerging issues that are upcoming in the not only in the field of cost accounting but also in other fields, which are definitely going to affect your careers. So, what is the impact of the various technologies that are now coming in on the ERP systems like SAP, Oracle? There is a rumor that many of the jobs could possibly be lost once the artificial intelligence platforms make more inroads. So you need to be abreast of the situation as to how you have to be well versed with the various AI platforms to ensure that your jobs or your practice is not affected because of that. There are several data analytic tools which are available in the market. So you need to ensure that you get yourself trained on those data analytical tools. So these tools will include something like Microsoft Power BI, Tableau, Python, and so on and so forth. Finally, I would like to definitely say that even though there is a lot of hype being made that the AI would possibly take up many of our jobs, frankly, let me tell you that maybe 20, 25 years ago, there was a similar market perception that many of us will lose our jobs when the ERP got introduced. And in fact, after ERP got introduced, even though the systems of various businesses were improved, I don't see any jobs being taken by the ERP. Only what has happened is the employees at that time had to get themselves trained on the ERP softwares. So similarly, if you are able to get yourself trained as to how to use the AI platforms for improving your own productivity, I am sure that AI is going to be a boon and not a bane, as you said. Finally, I will like to conclude this session by requesting all of you that you must, at the end of 3 years of experience, get the membership of the institute. Membership of the institute will open several doors to you, believe me. Just as an example, as I said, many of the CMA fraternity and the alumni will welcome you with open hands, open arms if you are a member of the institute. And I'm sure the institute will also take a lot of initiatives specifically for the members. There are a lot of trainings for the members which are already been undertaken by the institute. And all the best for the placements. And as I said at the beginning of my session, please don't be disheartened. Just in case some of you don't get the kind of jobs that you are looking for. The world is open for you. And remember, there have been many cost accountants who have reached the helm of the affairs in their respective organizations. So please aim to be in their positions, maybe not immediately, but 15 to 20 years down the line. Just today, you have interacted with at least 5, 6 CFOs or director of finances of various very large companies who are all cost accountants. And it's not only about costing or only about the finance field. There are several instances where in our cost accountants have reached the top of the organization, including the positions like managing directors and CEOs. There are very good examples of our cost account, including ONGC. When I was the council member, there was one Mr. Sharma who was the CEO or managing director of ONGC. Same with Steel Authority of India. So the world is open for you, and embrace it with open arms and open mind. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your valuable guidance and deliberation. And really thanks that in spite of your busy schedule, you have come in this online inaugural session. So thank you so much, sir. We are very much honored to have you in this session, sir. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.
We have our next speaker, CMA M. Nagesh Babu. He is Chief CII TCM Services, Hyderabad. Welcome you, sir. Are you online?
I am online. I'm able to see you.
Yeah. Welcome you, sir, in this inauguration program of advanced skill training. CMA M. Nagesh Babu, sir, is a management accountant by profession and has been passionately driving the modern tools of cost management in the industry since 32 years. He has been the team leader and driving force in a leading confectionery manufacturer in India to conceptualize and establish business finance team and steer it for 15 long years. Close to 18 years at CII, he is striving to take cost management to greater heights in the industry through research, execution, and application. He has been a part of core group of TCM, that is Total Cost Management, which formulated and executed CII TCM maturity model in the industry, which calibrates the cost management from base to highest through 5 layers with differentiating characteristics features at each level. He has been a part of CII assessment team to certify about 125 major corporates on the cost maturity hierarchy. Godrej and Boyok, Tata Motors, ITC, JCB are like some of the companies that rated through the above model. He has been a part of core team to create and conceptualize TCM model service sector, which is now operating as pilot studies. He has interacted with close to 500 CEOs, CFOs across business sectors, worked with more than 150 companies, anchors, international conferences on cost management and forgoes in partnership with premier institutes across India. Besides, he is keenly pursuing spreading cost awareness and embarking on the mission of improving cost management systems in the country through TCM initiative in both MSMEs and corporate sector. Sir has a master degree in commerce with a major in cost management. We welcome you, sir, in this program and request you, sir, to kindly address. Over to you, sir.
Could you help me to share my presentation, please? I'm not able to share.
Yes, sir, definitely, sir. Can you just send in our mail so that we can share it?
No, I will do it myself here. I want to sharing rights. Have you done the sharing rights with me?
Yes, sir, you have it.
Still not able to see, not able to share my presentation. I'm still not able to.
So if you can just share it, sir, we will
I
share
will not
this.
be able to do that. It's a high memory file.
Acha.
You should have told me 15 minutes before I should have done that. Suddenly, just before I start, you can't tell me mail it.
Sir, there is a share screen option from there if you can.
That's what I'm doing. Share screen option I opened. Come again? Chat.
The entire screen you have to click. Entire screen.
I'm still not able to share. Are you able to see my PPT now?
It is, yes, yes.
Can I go ahead?
Yes, sir, please.
How much time I have? Clock shows 3:13 on my.
Yeah, half an hour time, so you have.
All right. Thank you. Good afternoon, everybody. Am I audible to all of you?
Yes, sir.
All right. So it was interesting when I got a call from the institute in, in terms of having a session of advanced skill training program for the pass out students. It's very interesting to have a connect with experts to share about. Can I go ahead? Hello, can I go
Yes,
ahead?
sir, please go ahead. Yes, sir.
I suddenly hear some voices and noise, cross noise. Okay. Okay, CI has got a division called Total Cost Management Division, and it's part of the Centers of Excellences all over India. And this division was formed in the year 2000 to primarily improve the overall competitiveness of the Indian industry. See, today, the biggest nightmare of board of directors and C-suite individuals across the value chain of a business is to keep the cost down. But what exactly is cost? Is it a number what you see in the financial accounts? Is it number what you see in costing records? Is it a number what you see in your ledgers? So the number per se has got a story. So how do you understand the story behind the numbers? Because whoever is a professional, it could be a costing professional or a chartered accountant professional or even a non-finance professional. The moment he sees the number, you cannot go about start working on the number. I have to reduce by 10%, 5%. No. You'll have to understand the story behind the number. But let us see what is the story is all about. So I'll skip some slides for want of time, but let me try and give you the crux of the whole topic which we have chosen, what's called total cost management. So the purpose of the division, as I told you, to enhance the overall cost competitiveness of the Indian industry, the TCM movement. And CI and ICMA has got a MOU. Couple of years back, we had the honor of hosting three past president and president, vice president in our campus, and we had a MOU signed on these topics: leverage institutional strength for competitive Indian industry, domain knowledge of institute and industry connect from CII, create TCM architecture in the Indian industry for an improved PNL, knowledge dissemination to both students and industry professionals. Precisely why the third point, why I'm here. Hopefully, we will try and exchange value in the coming years. So I'm sure most of you try and understand the the imperative or a strategic imperative on cost in the business. So prior to 1990, when we had the liberalization, cost plus profit was the norm. So in absence of competition, companies could incur whatever cost they want, and they could add whatever profit they want, and then call it as a price. But today, with the competition, profit can be available. Profits available for companies only by reducing cost on the price. That means price is given by the customer, price is given by the competition, sometimes price is regulated. However, you will have to spend lesser than the price. This has been the first principle of TCM to sensitize industry, to sensitize people, sensitize functions, sensitize boards, that your cost structure has to be comparative, price has to be comparative, and then profit is an emerging equation. So profit comes out from the comparative journey of the business. So I'm not getting into all of this. However, but why, besides the liberalization which happened in 1991 in India, what else started impacting costs in business? When I say impacting costs, don't merely go by the numbers. So look at the metamorphosis of the business over a period of time. If you look at the simple things like product range, earlier we just had about 2 or 3 products. So much before many of you were born, see, the cars in India were only of Ambassador and Fiat. We just had 2 cars. Today, you have 15 plus manufacturers and more than 150 models for your choice. So earlier, the product range was narrow. You just had 2 to 3 models per company. But today, it's wide. So you talk to any of the car manufacturing company, passenger car manufacturing company, creating every model, creating features for that model, and tracing the cost from that feature is a humongous process for the company to begin with. Get the suppliers right, get your costs right, get your inventory right, get your process right. So cost of complexity is a huge impact. So your costs are no more material, manpower, and overheads. It is much more, much more. So cost of complexity is all about how do you connect cost to the product, or rather the right cost to the product. So understanding of costs from the process point of view, from product point of view, from customer point of view is extremely important for us to simplify the cost and eventually make it extremely competitive, because your cost structure has to be better than your competition. You talk to many CEOs and CFOs, they are happy when they have a high market share. They're happy when the share price goes up, when they have high revenue. They're all happy. But the complete happiness of the board and the C-suite comes when you are also cost leader. So how do you become a cost leader? So cost leader is not something which you try and reduce your cost. So all the terminologies what you hear generally from experts like cost reduction, all of it can have emphasis, can have impact only when you try and understand the business completely. So the businesses in India, there are commodity businesses, there are FMCG businesses, there are auto businesses. Everywhere the costs move from the start point of the value chain, sourcing to selling. So how the costs move is something which every costing professional has to understand. How the costs move across the value chain, how the costs stack up in the value chain, eventually how they have a parity over price is something which you should understand. If you are able to understand this, what I meant by story behind the numbers, then you can start working on the solution. So, am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So let us understand how the costs get into the business. So there are two ways in which the cost get into the business. One is the external and another is the internal. External is all about your regulations, competition, macroeconomic trends, consumer trends, globalization. So the cost incidence and incurrence is something which every costing professional have to distinguish. So the incidence is all about your external factors. So today, if you look at industry, every industry has an external factor to cost. So what is that external factor? Let us take a small example of regulation. So if you look at the air conditioning industry today, air conditioning industry today has huge regulations which are going to come up in the next few months. They are supposed to set the temperature between 18 to 25. You cannot run your AC below 18 or above 25. So this is a regulation which is coming up, and the redesigning of the products is happening across the air conditioning industry of India. Now, this incurs cost. So you need to have a software setting to move it. So this is all related to again energy, climate change in India. Now, the government says when you set up this new feature, you're not supposed to change the price. That means company has to absorb cost. So when you absorb that extra cost, how you're going to remain competitive? So regulation is a big issue, big challenge for several industries. You look at the commercial vehicle industry today. Commercial vehicle industry says every vehicle coming out of the factory from June 1st, 2025, you need to have give an air conditioned cabin to the driver. It's an extra cost. But will the customer pay? So government doesn't get into that part of it. You are supposed to absorb the cost. So there are pressures externally to the business to incur extra cost, and are you able to absorb it in your cost structure? Are you competitive? So similarly, you have macroeconomic trends like inflation. So every year wages go up anywhere between 7 to 10% or 7 to 12%. But can you increase it as a price to your customer? You may not. So we know many companies have not increased their prices even for 3 years. So if you look at even average 10% of workmen um, salary going up, it's substantial for companies. How do they absorb it? It's very, very imminent for costing professionals to understand the incidence of cost. So there are multiple factors which makes the business incur cost. One is at the business level, and second is at the functional level, like procurement, sales, function. Each function again will incur extra cost. How are the costs going to get absorbed in your cost structure? Which is something you'll have to think a lot. So the general syllabi of a management accountant gets into types of costing like target costing, Kaizen costing, gets into life cycle costing, value add analysis. You have a host of costing systems available to you as part of your syllabi. But the wisdom is when to use what, and will this knowledge suffice for you to churn out the analysis, improve profitability of companies? Most CMAs do not understand what the differences are. Differences meaning the application difference, not the conceptual difference. It's very important to understand how do I apply. And I'll touch upon one stream of challenge for CMAs, how to connect strategy to operations and actions. Most important part of the learning of cost in the industry is it is both top down and bottom up. When you say bottom up, costs keep getting incurred, and they get stacked up to ultimately result as cost for you, either in your cost center report or your GL. But when it comes to top down, it is all about your policies, the maturity of the company to look at the costs even before they incur. So this is all top down. So the visibility of costs, both from top down and bottom up, is extremely important for you to connect cost to the overall strategy of the business. So let us try and simplify and try and find out what is the difference between traditional cost accounting and total cost accounting. Look at traditional cost accounting. It is a cost reduction focus, factor rate focus, but whomever CFOs whom you have seen as the previous speakers, and probably I would have met about more than 50, 100 of the CFOs with a cost accounting qualification, cost management qualification. But however, they move beyond all of this. They they have the knowledge of traditional accounting, cost accounting. They move to application of that, and what they create a space called total cost management. What exactly it means? It's aligned to business goals. That means don't ever sit in your workstations, sit in your homes, work from home. Don't sit in your factories to try and understand costs. You will have to know what exactly business want to achieve. Business want to achieve higher market share. Business want to. I'll give a simple example. I know a person in Maruti who heads the new product costing. He's a cost accountant. About 160 costing professionals report to him. And what is this profession? It's not creating a cost structure for a new product. It's all about, can I be 10% less than my competitor? Can I be giving 20% margin to this model? So he has to strategically understand the cost coming from the vendors, from the materials, from the processes, and work with the network of the ecosystem to try and manage the cost with the same value and get it right. That means he has to understand what is the business goal. Do I want to launch this product in 3 months, 6 months? Do I have to have a sigma profit of about 20%? Do I have to match the features of my competitor? All of this has to be understood by the cost professionals. Simply put, simply put, please try and understand what is cost incidence and what is cost incurrence. Incidence is all about an external and internal factors to the business. Internal factors is all about your efficiency and productivity level. What is efficiency and productivity level? I'll give a small example. In companies, there's a factor called OEE, operational equipment efficiency. So when the companies commit a price to their own customers, they look at OE at 75%, 80%. But actually, when you go inside, OE is at 50%. That means you incur huge variable costs and huge fixed costs. That is what means actual cost incurrence. Cost incurrence is what you supposed to incur, what is your actual productivity and efficiency. Incurrence is a number which falls out of your efficiency level. So please do not equate both are same. It need not be same. Don't put your eyes only on cost incurrence. You will have to draw back the cost into why they have incurred. So this is a very summary slide of cost and value. No cost is complete without the word value, meaning you cannot generate only cost to the company. You will have to incur cost and generate value. I'll give a small example. If you look at the three graphs on your screen, the first picture, cost is coming down, value remains same. This is more of cost reduction. You look at a car, a Maruti car, which says 1111, meaning I have to reduce 1 gram per annum, 1 gram per part per annum. That means they're trying to reduce the cost and keep the model same, car same, feature same. So this is okay for cost reduction, but at what cost? The value in this is very simple. The vehicle becomes lighter and lighter and prone to more accidents. The second part, if you look at cost remains same, value goes up. This is typically again looking at a car example. They keep adding a lot of features and they try and give you the same cost. So if you look at how the car has moved from mechanical to electrical to electronic, so the base costs continue to remain same, but however, it is now electronically driven, and most car manufacturers try and beat the inflation, and they give you a value of the better steering, better connectivity, but most important is increase the value and reduce the cost. What exactly it means? Today, you look at the automatic cars. Automatic cars, once upon a time, the manually operated cars and automatic cars had a difference of more than 7-8 lakhs. But today, it's about 1.5 lakh. Meaning, the automatic technology has is coming down, coming down, coming down. So if anybody wants to buy an automatic car, normal car difference is about 1.5 or 1.7 lakhs. But 10 years back, if we see, this was about 7 to 8 lakhs. The car manufacturers have tried to reduce the cost and give higher value to the customer. So please look at cost always with value, not just cost with the numbers. So lesson number one, mine would be always look at the story of cost and differentiate between cost incidence and cost incurrence. Second is align cost to value. Don't look at cost number per se, align cost to value. So when you look at reducing 500 people or 200 people, or I am redrawing my bill of material, but are you compromising on value is something which you should look at. So why TCM is required today? So today, global competition has forced companies to think aggressively about effective cost management, meaning the competition today is very severe. I'll give a simple example. Last 2 years, how many people know? I do not know. Paper industry is not doing well at all. Once upon a time, their capacity utilization was about 90%. Today, it's about 50%. Why? Because the Chinese paper is being imported at a much lower cost and being distributed across India. So this is something which all paper companies in India are battling, but hopefully they win. So today we do not know what comes inside at what cost. You look at anything, it can be imported. But in India, can we reduce our costs? That is something which you have to look at. So there's a lot of job for you in the companies if you're able to get into the story of aligning cost to value. So how does the evaluation happen? If you are talking about standard costing, estimate around 20% overheads like that, then you're in a very conventional mode of cost control. If you look at cost management, you get into what's called operational excellence, make or buy decisions, flexi labor, you all get into that cost management. That means you try to eliminate waste, you try to derive more value from less. But when you look at cost strategy, it's costs aligned to business strategy and business process. It's all about costs aligned to the overall CEO strategy. So CEO want to deliver certain goals, but that is made possible at a most competitive cost structure. So I'll give a small example. If you look at the Tafe tractor, it has got a huge market share in Punjab. The tractor manufacturer of Chennai having a high market share in Punjab. How is it possible? So the Tafe tractor started designing the tractors based on the different soils of India. Nobody attempted it, but somebody started it and everybody followed it. And today they have a high market share. So it's extremely important that you look at your costs from the customer value perception. So TCM principles are very simple. They go beyond P&L. They are resource focused. So what is the resource going to value chain? It could be men, machine, time. It could be anything. They are called resources. The strategic context. Look at your cost 3 years from now. Not uh, don't limit your cost view to one single year. Definitely future outlook, integration with other initiatives, learning and innovation, enterprise-wide involvement. Very, very important. You will have to ensure you partner with every function of the business. So I started my career sitting in the shop floor and I started working with every function. It could be a maintenance manager, it could be a utility manager, it could be a packaging manager, it could be a process manager, it could be a marketing head, procurement head, HR head. Enterprise wide, you have to involve them to make them deliver efficiency. So you go beyond numbers, go look at the incidents, look at the sources of incidents, then deliver value to the company and the customer. So much from my side. Um, in case somebody have some questions, I'm willing to take. Thank you so much. Any questions before I leave?
Yes, sir. Thank you so much, sir, for your deliberations. Uh, we are just checking some questions from the students.
Sure.
So one question we have received from the candidates: what are the skill sets during an interview? So means the interviewer looks at the candidates. If you can kindly means how to appear before the interview and what are the skill sets they should carry.
Sure. So when you appear before interview, it all depends on which post you're looking for. So if you're looking for a cost accountant or you're looking for an analyst, if you're looking for a management trainee, if you're looking for intern, the skills vary. You'll have to be very specific on which profile of the job you're looking at. So since I don't have that input, let me go ahead and pick up my own choice. Say you're looking for a management trainee. You're getting into a finance department as a management trainee. You'll have to look at the entire value chain of business. What exactly the company is doing, not just browse over numbers or browse over P&L or books of account, look at ratios, but look at the business. What are they doing basically? What business they are into? What is their competition? And how are the metrics moving over the years and what seasons? So many of us understand many of the ratios move up and down, but why? So try and understand the business a little bit more beyond the function, beyond the numbers, what they're doing, what is their business context, um, are they import dependent, export dependent? Try and understand the business first. That is the first skill you must have because you have to move from the domain skills to function skills to business skills. So try and acquire business skills. Keep looking at the big picture of the business always and try to understand the business first. So whenever you go to the interview, know about the company well. Then that is number one. If you know about the company well, then your interaction will be much more richer. So number two, try and understand um, why you have been taken up, for what profile. And you will have to keep asking the company what is your role, bigger role, not just exactly crunching numbers. So That would be my take. You have a big picture of the business and look at the bigger role of your own profile.
Thank you so much, sir. It is really an informative session. Really thanks, sir, that you joined today.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
We now have with us CMA Suresh Rachagunjali, sir, our Central Council member of the Institute of Cost Accountants of India and chairman members in Industry and PSU's committee. Sir, are you online? Gunjali, sir, are you online?
Yes, ma'am. I'm audible, ma'am?
Yes, sir, you are audible, sir. Sir, welcome you, sir, in this inaugural session and requesting you, sir, to kindly address.
Yeah. Thank you, ma'am. Good afternoon. Chairman of Studies, Training and Placement, Mr. CMA Vinaranjan, sir, Chittaranjan Dada, Rajendra Singh Bhati, and Murthy Garu, and Mr. Rajesh Agarwal, and Riya Madam, and my dear young CMS. It gives me immense pleasure to part of inauguration of this training program for placement. This is not just a program. It is a bridge between your academic learning and your professional career. As a CMA, you carry very special responsibility. The world looks to CMAs for efficiency, transparency, and value creation in business and governance. But knowledge alone is not enough. Skills, confidence, and personality are equally important to excel in today's competitive environment. This training will prepare you for interviews, enhance your communication skills, and polish your professional presence. Remember, an interview is not just about answering questions. It is about presenting your strengths, your clarity of thought, and your ability to add value to an organization. A job is not the end of your journey. It is the beginning. The placement you get is stepping stone. For there, you will learn, grow, and create impact. For every aspiring professional, the journey begins with training. Training is where knowledge meets practice, where we sharpen our skills and prepare for the real world. Next comes interview, a platform to present not just what we know, but who we are. Confidence, clarity, and commitment matters as much as technical knowledge. So remember, training builds you, interviews test you, jobs shape you, and being a CMA empowers you to shape the world around you. My message to you is simple: learn sincerely, practice with dedication, and present yourself with confidence. With the right attitude, opportunities, and opportunities will always find you. I wish you this program great success, and I wish all participants a bright and rewarding career. Thank you. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you so much, sir, for your valuable address. Thanks for coming. Now we have with us CMA Dr. K. C.H. AVS and Murthy, sir, Central Council member of the Institute of Cost Accountants of India and Chairman Corporate Laws and MSME and Startup Promotion Board of the Institute. Good afternoon, sir, and welcome you in this program. And requesting you, sir, to kindly address.
Very good afternoon to you and all my colleagues in the council available now. Dear children, I am referring this to my beloved CMS who will be members very soon. Dear children, gun is violent, nose is ancient, pen is silent, and you are brilliant. Friends, you are brilliant guys, joined in the family of CMA. Now we are full of fire, we are full of desire, ready to make wonders. While rich invest in time, poor invest in money. Kindly invest in money, in time. Sorry. Power of love overcomes the love for power. Friends, I will suggest you 3 cities where you should have a peace settlement. That is simplicity, authenticity, and tacticity. At the same time, I will suggest you three cities where you should not go. That is duplicity, toxicity, complexity. Don't compare yourself with everybody in the world. You are you. Friends, don't try to change the world the moment you become CMA tomorrow. No, you can't change your world. Please change yourself to the tune of the world. Things won't happen with revolution, only by resolution and gradual evolution. Friends, you can do a mistake in 100 ways, but there is only one way which is right. Please go to it. You have passed the examination with 16 books, and now you have to read to be in practice or employment. Be a good practitioner or employee. Maharamayana, Valmiki wrote 24,000 slokas, Mahabharata by Valmiki. Same Valmiki wrote in 100 slokas the brief essence of Ramayana. In our Telugu families, there are three words which convey entire Ramayana. What exactly I want to tell you is, you should know pressure rating, you should know essay rating, depends upon the situation. In cricket, no one ball is same ball. Each ball differs. Similarly, the data what is available in cricket is useless for our analysis. We can't do anything simply based on the suppose Kapil Dev has done 170 against Zimbabwe. That does not mean that Kapil Dev will do again 170 in against Zimbabwe. So data is very, very important. Use it for your sake. My personal advice is get up at 5 o'clock every day, morning. Dress well, address well. And friends, don't go to chart GPT. My sincere advice as an old man, not as council member, don't go to chart GPT. You can drive a car very easily, but you cannot drive your career very easily. There are many hijackers in your family, in your life, and kidnappers. Lastly, Steve Jobs did not give his son what he sells. Similarly, Bill Clinton limits only 45 minutes for his son in a day to see TV or cell phone. Why not you? Don't become slave of all these things. Don't use bogus certificates to get employment. Don't depend upon your performance on your dummy article sheet. Read every day syllabus books, and don't forget the syllabus. Please refer to all your intermediate books done. Though you are now qualified, please go back and refer all your intermediate books because they will ask you fundamental questions. Please be ready. Syllabus books, Men and Recruitment magazine, CS magazine, and also CA magazine. And friends, the entire council is with you to help you, to guide you, to motivate you. Please come forward to take full advantage of this program. I congratulate my colleague, Mr. Vijayan, for arranging first time probably a program online, reaching all the 2,000 or 1,700 CMA qualified. Wish you all success. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir, for your valuable address. We are very much honored to have you with us. So now we have CM Rajendra Singh Bhati, sir, Central Council member of the Institute of Cost Accountants of India and Chairman Direct Taxation Committee for Accounting Technicians, Public Relations and Task Force for Implementation of MOUs of the Institute. Welcome, you, sir.
Thank you. I'll take another minute because I'm just putting my.
So you are not audible, sir.
Hello, Priya.
Yes, sir, you are not audible.
Hello, I'll take 2 minutes to join this.
Okay, so
Hello. Hello. Am I
yes,
audible here?
yes, sir, you're audible, sir.
Okay. Sorry for the
Yeah, sir, your voice is cracking, sir.
Is it audible now?
Yeah, it is audible. Yeah,
Okay. If there
welcome
is
you,
any
sir.
trouble, please do let me know so I may.
Sir, the video is shaking, sir. Your video.
Is it okay now?
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
I'm traveling, so maybe due to that it's having a trouble.
Okay.
Pardon me. Good evening to all, and thanks to Ria and Chairman Placement and Career Counseling Committee and my council colleague. I can see Chittaranjan Chattopadhyay, A to Z Murthy sir, and Avijit sir, and Rajesh sir from the PFC. I can see, and very good evening to all of the newly qualified CMAs. This is a great opportunity to interact with you on a very auspicious day of your to starting your journey towards the as a professional, because now you have been categorized as a new regime of your life, because now you are a cost and management accountant. After having your result, now you are a cost and management accountant, because you are only the 2000 student who qualify this year this in this term as a cost and management accountancy in India. 140 crore population. In this term, you are the lucky one who qualify this exam, and you become the professional. So now when person called you as a professional, so the basic duty, somebody was asking in the last I have some issue in my video shaking, so I so the thing is that you have qualified this exam and now you become the professional. So being a professional, what sort of a quality industry expects, and your family expect, your society expect, that sort of a quality this 12 days of a training will give you thought to think that how this training will help you to become a professional. Like if you are a 12th pass, if you are a graduate and you are talking in your uh, vernacular language, your way of a fashion in which you used to talk with your colleague, friends, society and all. But after qualifying, if your communication is skill, your soft skill, your presentation, your appearance won't change, then you are not a professional. Because by passing is only testing your technical qualification, that subject knowledge you have. This sort of a training, this which we are doing, which we are focusing on, is nothing to get change in this 12 days. Because if you don't want to change yourself, it will take a long years to change. But if you want to change yourself with your passion, with your ambition, it will only take 30 seconds to change your thought and be a professional. So our training department is working very hard. They are working very hard to give you all sort of a training. But see, your interest, your collaboration, your cooperativeness will make you a success before the placement. When you go for a placement, you should look like a professional, because that sort of a quality only in a 12 days. I was telling you that only a 30-second time can take you the new decision to incorporate in within yourself. Otherwise, it will take a huge time and discussion and thinking, overthinking. What can you can think for taking some decision. So for buying a grocery, we take so much of a decision. So this is not good and something like this. But when you take a very good decision, When you go through with the decision, it will take only 30 seconds. Why I'm always every time telling you this, every good decision require a 30 second, is that only that you are joining this 12 days training course. So you try to think every day is a learning, but after 12 days you should look like a professional by your talking, by your communication skill, by your appearance. So person, if he see that he is a cost accountant, he should feel that how he is a very much qualified personal. He is a very much qualified professional. By your appearance also. I have seen many times people comes for the training and then they are not coming with the good hairstyle and also the hairdo and all sort of their way of wearing a cloth and all. You should have to be a professional, because after 12 days you are going to appear, you are going to sell yourself to the company. We are giving this 12 days thought to incorporate all professional skill in yourself, because this time is very precious and everybody has a very last time, and I always quote that time is equal to life, nothing more than that, because the person who not born on this earth, nothing to do with the time, and the person who is going from this has nothing to do with the the time. So time is equal to life. The person who is alive on this earth, he has a preciousness of a time. So you people, those who all are listening me, maybe you might have just spent 20 years and 30 years of your 20 to 25 averages, if I take just spent on a study and all sort. If you calculate this time in according to your all calculation as a cost and management accountant, out of that 8 years and 9 years you were sleeping, because every person sleep every day 8 hours, 10 hours and all sort of things. Nowadays this Facebook, Instagram, all sort of a social media and all sort of other things, which is taking our 2 years, 3 years of our life span. So how many years you just wanted to earn? Not more than I think 10 years and something. If I ask roughly to somebody who is a 24 years old and then qualified CMA, he will tell, I want to earn 40 years for the earning for my life and my family and my belongingness. But it's not 40 years. Out of that 40 years, you have to sleep also, you have to spend a good time with the family also, and then whatever the time you are giving the organization, because you have to monetize your time now with the money. Earlier you were just not monetizing, you were just spending. Now your every hours, every minute is paid hours. Everything you have to calculate, because you are a cost and management accountant. Wherever you spend your time, you are spending your 12 days of your life with our institute, which is going to have this sort of a training. This time we have incorporated many of the things, like some of the case study we will have there. You will have a lot of a practical based approach kind of a session, where you will have a collaboration with your own colleague. You will have some training kind of a module where the coordination, management, and the presentation and all sort of it. The RIA will let you know about that. And we are sending every instruction over the mail also. So kindly follow, because you are the qualified professional, technically qualified, because you are the, what you called as a Buddhijeevi kind of a professional on this earth, which are the only 3 professionals in India as a financially recognized by the act of a parliament. So be proudful member, do it and follow it and live like a professional. It will definitely give you. So nobody, why you are worrying which company is coming and not? You require only one job. So prepare yourself for the one job which you are having a target. So if you are right, this is the last opportunity all people have to sell yourself at a very good level. From that only your life will get accelerate. If you park after 12 days to at a very good thought of thoughts in your mind, and you park in a very good company, your life will accelerate from that company to upwards. If you not take this 12 days training in a very serious mode, then you will. Because I'm not telling you the 12 days can change you this thing, but after qualifying, you should look like a professional. That is my word, and I always tell the people, and then people also tell me after. Because I got recently in a few days back, one of the person was telling, sir, you force us to be a professional, look like a professional and something. So that day we were feeling that you are just giving the lecture only, but later on when we realized it, so it was really meaningful for us to look like a professional. Because when you become a professional, so you always professional always behave in a professional manner, because when he's talking with the junior, senior, peon of the organization, so he look like a professional, that he is not equivalent to that peon, and he is a much qualified person in the organization. So that sort of a skill, this training is for that only, to invoke the ideas in yourself. With this, I was traveling, so due to that I was not able to open my video over this, because it was just sagging. So all the best, good luck to you, and we'll meet somewhere if I got a chance to meet, interact, and all the best to all of you for the good 12 days EST training and placement ahead. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for your enlightening address. Thank you, sir, for your guidance. We now have with us CMA Rajesh Agarwal, sir, Chief General Manager Finance from Power Finance Corporations Limited. Are you online, sir? Rajesh Agarwal, sir. Yeah. Welcome you, sir, in today's Advanced Skill Training Program inaugural session. CMA Rajesh Agarwal, sir, is having more than 30 years of experience in power sector. He has started with Nuclear Power Corporation Limited, NPCIL, then continued with NTPC Limited and DTL, Delhi Transco Limited. From last 15 years, he is in Power Finance Corporation Limited, which is largest NBFC, Maharatna PSU funding power and infrastructure sector. He is a regular speaker in many institutes like our institute, the Institute of Cost Accountants of India. He has done 300 programs, and most interestingly, he is performing Hindi Kavita also. So over to you, sir. We will like requesting you to kindly address our newly qualified CMS.
Thank you, Riya ji. Good morning to all of you. Good evening to all of you. Myself, Rajesh Agarwal. I am right now working as Executive Director of Finance. Riya ji, kindly update the data.
Yes, sir.
Your fellow member has become Executive Director.
So congratulations, sir.
Thank you.
Many congratulations to you, sir.
To my CMA friends, I am grateful for their wishes and support I used to get from our mother institution, that is ICWA. आप सबने मुझे बोलने का मौका दिया और बच्चे मुझे सुनेंगे, ये मेरे लिए एक अपॉर्चुनिटी है. Whenever I get this opportunity, I used to learn a lot. मेरे से पहले वैसे भाटी साहब ने, मूर्ति साहब ने एंड ऑल अर्लियर स्पीकर्स ने इतना कुछ कह दिया कि बच्चों को वैसे भी ज्ञान नहीं देना चाहिए ज़्यादा. अभी तो ज्ञान लेके बेचारे आए, हम फिर ज्ञान देना शुरू कर देंगे तो बच्चे तो तंग हो जाएंगे. उसके बाद व्हाट्सएप यूनिवर्सिटी इज देयर टू शेयर ऑल द ज्ञान्स. So no more Gyan scope is there. Guys, I am not here to give sermons or lectures and all. मुझे एक स्टेटमेंट बहुत अच्छा लगता है स्टीव जॉब्स का. He used to say always, am I audible to everybody? Riya ji, some response please.
Yes sir, you are audible.
Okay. So स्टीव जॉब्स का एक स्टेटमेंट बहुत अच्छा है. भाटी साहब, वैसे आपने टाइम पर जो बातें कही बहुत यूजफुल कही. I congratulate you to share such a insightful beliefs, क्योंकि बच्चों को पता रहना चाहिए कि समय ही धन है. मैं उस बात पर एक ऐड कर दूं, हमारे पास 24 घंटे हैं. भगवान ने हर चीज में अंतर किया. इंसानों में पर किसी को इंसान बनाया, किसी को पक्षी बनाया, किसी को जानवर बनाया, किसी को पाकिस्तान में जन्म दिया, किसी को हिंदुस्तान में जन्म दिया, किसी को यूक्रेन में जन्म दिया, कोई अमेरिका में है, कोई मोटा है, कोई पतला है, कोई गोरा है, कोई काला है. देयर इज डिफरेंशिएशन इन ईच एंड एवरीथिंग क्रिएटेड बाय गॉड. बट ऑलमाइटी, जो सबसे अमूल्य धन है, जो सबसे वैल्यूएबल, जो सबसे प्रिसाइज है, दैट इज टाइम, दैट इज 24 आवर्स. ये सबसे अनमोल संपत्ति ही डिस्ट्रीब्यूटेड इक्वली टू ईच एंड एवरी पर्सन, ईच एंड एवरी लिविंग क्रिएचर in the world. So that is why Mr. Bhati has emphasized the importance of time. So इस 24 घंटे का प्रयोग हम जैसे कर लें, हम वैसे ही बनने वाले हैं. आप सबने अपने समय का अच्छा प्रयोग किया. That is how you have become the qualified CMAs right now, and you are ready to knock the future. You are ready to knock the upcoming India. You are ready to participate in the journey to make India a Viksit Bharat, a 2047 mission. And you are all set. Mind guys. अगर आपने ये सोच लिया कि आपको कुछ करना है, तो big canvas is available to all of you, and it is अप टू यू, आप उसमें कैसा कलर भरते हैं। जिंदगी आपको वैसे रंग दिखाएगी। हर पीढ़ी को लगता है कि अब हम क्या करें, सब कुछ तो किया जा चुका है, अब हम क्या करें। लेट मी शेयर विथ यू, मेरे इंट्रोडक्शन में रिया जी ने बताया कि मैं एक पोएट हूं। मैं जब भी कोई अच्छी कविता लिखता हूं तो मुझे लगता है अब इससे बेहतर क्या लिखूंगा, लेकिन फिर से ईश्वर की कृपा होती है, फिर से प्रेरणा मिलती है और मुझे लगता है कि मैं फिर से एक नई कविता लिख लेता हूं। और इस बार की नई कविता मुझे ऐसी लगती है कि तो पिछले से और बढ़िया हो गई। हर बार मुझे लगता है कि इस बार मैं क्या नया बोलूंगा बच्चों को, लेकिन हर बार मुझे लगता है कि मैं फिर से पढ़ता हूँ, फिर से तैयारी करता हूँ और यंग वंस के साथ जुड़ता हूँ, क्योंकि पता नहीं कौन कल आप में से किसी कंपनी का सीईओ बन जाए, कोई अपना स्टार्टअप खोले और मैं उनके साथ अपना फ्यूचर अलाइन होता हुआ देखूं। सो गाइस, आई एम ऑलवेज रिगार्डफुल टू द यंग टैलेंट्स। और आप लोगों ने जिस ऑड्स में, देखिए हमारे जमाने में ज्यादा प्रॉब्लम नहीं थी, लेकिन आप लोगों ने जिन विपरीत परिस्थितियों में ये पढ़ाई की है, अभी हमारे जमाने में तंग होने के लिए क्या था, घर में 4 मेहमान आ जाते थे, हम डिस्टर्ब हो जाते थे। थोड़े समय बाद रेडियो मिल गया, उसके बाद टीवी आ गया, उसमें भी कृषि दर्शन और चित्रहारी होता था। हमारे चैलेंजेस कम थे। मैं बताता हूं, आपके चैलेंजेस बहुत बढ़ गए। आपके पास व्हाट्सएप है, ट्विटर है, इंस्टाग्राम है, फेसबुक है, आपको इन सबसे लड़ते हुए पढ़ाई करनी है। सो ग्रेट जॉब यू हैव ऑलरेडी डन। इन सबसे लड़ाई करके आपने समय चुराया, आपने कंसंट्रेट किया, आपने फोकस किया और आप पढ़कर यहां तक पहुंच गए। मैं स्टार्ट कर रहा था उस स्टेटमेंट से, स्टीव जॉब्स का वो स्टेटमेंट मुझे बड़ा अच्छा लगता है, द ओनली वे टू डू ग्रेट जॉब इज टू लव व्हाट यू डू। किसी भी काम को आप महान काम तभी बना सकते हैं जब आपको उस काम से प्रेम हो। सो स्टार्ट लविंग योर जॉब, स्टार्ट लविंग योर जर्नी, यू आर गोइंग टू एंड अप विद द ग्रेट अचीवमेंट, यू आर गोइंग टू एंड अप विद द ग्रेट लर्निंग्स। मैं तमाम युवा पीढ़ी के लिए हमेशा 4 कवि हूं तो कुछ कविता में बात जरूर करूंगा। आपके युवा जोश के नाम 4 पंक्तियां कहता हूं, आप सबके लिए कहता हूं, टू ऑल द यंग टैलेंट्स दैट में भला कीजिए भला होगा। मेरी आपकी सबकी यात्रा, इस ऑडियंस में जो भी मुझे सुन रहे हैं, मूर्ति साहब, भाटी साहब, आनंद साहब, द न्यूली इलेक्टेड प्रेसिडेंट सर एंड ऑल द इंटायर टीम ऑफ द इंस्टीट्यूट, हम सबके जीवन से 4 पंक्तियां जो मैंने चुराई कहता हूं कि सुना था मैंने बचपन में भला कीजिए भला होगा, कहा ये जिसने उसको भी मुकद्दर ने छला होगा। हम सब टाइम के द्वारा टेस्ट किए जाते हैं, ऐसा नहीं कि टाइम किसको टेस्ट करता है और किसी को नहीं। एवरी एंड ईच पर्सन, ईच लिविंग क्रिएचर आर बीइंग टेस्टेड बाय द टाइम। जंगल को बारिश भी झेलनी पड़ती है, जंगल को आग भी झेलनी पड़ती है, जंगल को तूफान भी झेलना पड़ता है। वैसे ही हम इंसानों को भी बहुत सारी परिस्थितियां झेलनी पड़ती है। तब कहता हूं कि सुना था मैंने बचपन में भला कीजिए भला होगा, कहा ये जिसने उसको भी मुकद्दर ने छला होगा। और जमाना आज जिसके नाम की देता मिसालें हैं, कभी वो भी जमी पर लड़खड़ा कर ही चला होगा। सो डोंट माइंड, आज आप अपने प्रोफेशनल करियर में शुरुआती कदम उठा रहे हैं, हो सकता है लड़खड़ाहट हो, लेकिन जितने भी सक्सेसफुल सीईओज हैं, जितने भी सक्सेसफुल एंटरप्रेन्योर्स हैं, कभी हर किसी ने ऐसे ही शुरू किया। आप किसी से अलग नहीं, रादर आप उन सबसे ज्यादा मजबूत हो, क्योंकि मैं कह चुका हूं, आपने आज की परिस्थिति में, जब टफ है फोकस करना, जब टफ है पढ़ने के लिए समय चुराना, जब टफ है गूगल के इतने अननेसेसरी ज्ञान के सामने, हमारे सामने एक किताब, एक ट्यूशन होती थी, एक टीचर होता था, कंफ्यूजन नहीं था, हम डेडिकेटेड रहते तो वो जो पढ़ाता था पढ़ लेते थे, ये मान के ठीक पढ़ा रहा है। अभी आप गूगल करो, एक क्वेश्चन करते हो 1000 आंसर आते, बच्चा खुद नहीं समझ पाता सही क्या है, और इतनी ताकत उसमें नहीं बची कि वो रिसर्च करके खुद डिसाइड कर ले कि सही क्या है। ऐसी परिस्थिति में गुजरते हुए अगर आप यहाँ तक पहुंचे हो, माइंडेड, आप अपना पेस और फोकस बनाए रखें, आप कहां तक जाओगे आपको भी नहीं पता। मैं आपको गारंटी देता हूं, ओनली थिंग, जीवन में कभी कभी ऐसी परिस्थितियां आएंगी, आपको लगेगा कि आई हैव बिकम डेड, मैं तो खत्म हो रहा हूं, मेरे पास कुछ नहीं बचा, अब मैं आगे क्या करूं। मैं आपको अपने घर के किचन में लिए चलता हूं। आप सब अपने अपने किचन को याद करें। किचन में, रिया जी, किचन में चना, सूखा चना डब्बे में बंद रहता है। जो लड़कियां सुन रही हैं अपनी मम्मियों के साथ किचन में जरूर गई होंगी, और लड़के, आजकल तो लड़के भी किचन में जाने लगे, ऐसी बात नहीं है। और बेटे सीख लो काम, किचन हो या सारे काम आजकल करने पड़ते हैं। लड़कों को मैं अलर्ट कर दूं कि आजकल लड़कियां भी पूछने लगी हैं कि खाना बनाना आता है, तो नहीं आता तो ये अब सीख लो। करियर के शुरुआती दौर में हो आप, आपको थोड़ा समय मिलेगा, खाना बनाना नहीं आता है तो सीख लें। चलते हैं किचन में डब्बे में सूखा चना पड़ा होता है। उस सूखे चने को देखकर यही लगता है कि ये चना खत्म हो गया, इस चने में कुछ नहीं बचा। लेकिन जब अम्मा, मम्मा, दादी, मैं जब उस चने को पानी में भिगोते हैं, जैसे ही चना अपनी नॉर्मल परिस्थितियों को अचीव करता है, अपने अनुकूल वातावरण में आता है, हवा, पानी, मिट्टी जैसे ही उसको मिलती है, वो सूखा चना 1-2 दिन में फिर से अंकुरित हो जाता है। जीवन में आप भी कभी न कभी इसी प्रकार चने की स्थिति में पहुंचोगे, जब अच्छा है ना पहुंचे, लेकिन पहुंच जाए तो घबराना नहीं है। अपने आप को डब्बे में बंद पाओगे, लेकिन ध्यान रखिए, जैसे ही आप अपने लिए अनुकूल परिस्थिति को पाओगे, वो चना फिर से अंकुरित होगा, फिर से ग्रो करेगा। ये ध्यान रखिए, अभी तक आपने जो चाहा है आपने अचीव किया है। मैं साबित करता हूं। आपने तय किया, जब आप 10th कर रहे थे तो आपने तय किया कि मुझे क्या करना है, इतने सारे ऑप्शन, इतनी सारी सूचनाएं, इसके बीच में आप डिसाइड कर पाए कि नहीं, मुझे साइंस नहीं करना, मुझे आर्ट्स नहीं लेना, मुझे कॉमर्स करना। अब कॉमर्स में भी तमाम लाइन है। फिर आपने डिसीजन लिया, नहीं मुझे सीएमए बनना है। आप बन गए कि नहीं बन गए? आपने अभी तक जो जो चाहा आपको मिला कि नहीं मिला? तो आगे भी आप जो जो चाहोगे वो आपको मिलेगा। अपॉर्चुनिटीज आर जस्ट वेटिंग। किसी के लिए कोई अवसर की कभी कमी नहीं होती। जब मैंने करियर शुरू किया था तो उस समय भी घर खरीदना भारी लगता था, वैसे ही घर खरीदना आज भी भारी है। लेकिन हमने शुरू की जर्नी, और हम घर भी ले पाते हैं, हम गाड़ी भी ले पाते हैं, हम हवाई यात्रा भी कर पाते हैं, हम अच्छा ट्रेवल भी कर पाते हैं। वट आई मीन टू से, हर पीढ़ी को अपने अपने समय पर अपना अपना चैलेंज मिला है। वो चैलेंजेस अगर आपके लाइफ में नहीं है तो समझ लीजिए लाइफ एबनॉर्मल है, लाइफ में कुछ गड़बड़ है। अगर चैलेंज आया तो समझ लीजिए ईश्वर आपके प्रति मेहरबान है, ही इज टेस्टिंग योर कैपेबिलिटी, और अगर आपने वो कैपेबिलिटी मीट कर ली, देन यू आर गोइंग टू रॉक। अभी आपका सामना इंटरव्यूज में होगा। इंटरव्यू में आपसे क्या क्वेश्चन पूछे जाएंगे? आई डोंट फील दैट एकेडमिकली यू विल बी रिजेक्टेड। अगर आपने एकेडमिकली क्वेश्चन को फेस नहीं कर पाए तो आप ये मान के चलिए कि आपने पढ़ाई के समय ढंग से नहीं पढ़ी किताबें, आप सब्जेक्ट के अंदर नहीं गए। अब समय है, अब आप पास कर चुके हैं, अब पास करके रिजल्ट लाने का प्रेशर नहीं है, अब सब्जेक्ट को जानने के लिए पढ़े वो कहता क्या है, व्हाट इज द रियल इंट्रिंसिक इनसाइट ऑफ द। अगर कोई आपसे पूछे व्हाट इज द डिफरेंस बिटवीन इंड एएस एंड आईएफआरएस एंड एएस, इंड एएस वर्सेस एएस, एक लाइन में आंसर दीजिए, आपका क्या आंसर होगा? ये मैच्योरिटी लानी पड़ेगी। एक लाइन का आंसर, तमाम 40-50 इंड एएस आ गए, 30-35 एएस होते थे। एएस से इंड एएस में आने की जरूरत क्यों पड़ी? अभी तक आपने पढ़ा इंड एएस क्या है, इंड एएस 1 में क्या होता है, 2 में क्या होता है। आज से आप पढ़ना शुरू करें, रिसर्च करिए, सोचिए इंड एएस की जरूरत क्यों पड़ी। वन लाइन सब डिफरेंस, वन लाइन कैसे आप बता पाएंगे किसी को? एक लाइन में पूरा आंसर, व्हाट इज द डिफरेंस बिटवीन एएस एंड इंड एएस। मैं आपको अपनी इनसाइट शेयर करता हूं, अगर आपको पसंद आए तो रिटेन करिए, नहीं तो उसको चैलेंज करिए। लेकिन चैलेंज करने के लिए आपको रिसर्च करना पड़ेगा। एक लाइन में अगर कोई मेरे से पूछे व्हाट इज द डिफरेंस बिटवीन एएस एंड इंड एएस, देन आई विल सिंपली आंसर इट इज जस्ट शिफ्टिंग फ्रॉम रूल बेस्ड सिनेरियो टू सब्सटेंस बेस्ड सिनेरियो। डेप्रिसिएशन का कोई रेट नहीं होगा। आप तय करिए आपकी गाड़ी कैसे चलती है और उसकी लाइफ क्या होगी। एक गाड़ी ट्रेवल एजेंसी के पास है, उसकी लाइफ डिफरेंट होगी। एक गाड़ी ऑफिस में डिप्लॉयड है, उसकी लाइफ डिफरेंट होगी। एक गाड़ी मेरे पर्सनल यूज के लिए, उसकी लाइफ डिफरेंट होगी। देन व्हाट इज द रैशनल ऑफ टेकिंग सेम डेप्रिसिएशन रेट ऑन द कार? सो द वन लाइन आंसर, अगर आप ऐसे कंपेयर करेंगे सारे एस में, तो उसकी स्पिरिट, उसकी आत्मा, उसकी बेसिस, द ओनली डिफरेंस इज देयर दैट यू हैव टू शिफ्ट फ्रॉम rule based thinking, let somebody not guide you. बैलेंस शीट का कोई फॉर्मेट नहीं होगा, you devise your own format. You are free to substitute the line item, you are free to change the nomenclature. You devise the format as per suiting to your organization, suiting to your business need, suiting to your reporting requirement, suiting to the investors comfort. You have to devise that format. So the one line difference is shifting from rule based scenario to substance based scenario. This is what I wanted to give an example how to grow in the academic learning. Now coming from the academic journey, how to grow in the behavioral journey. क्योंकि अब आप पब्लिक लाइफ में आने वाले हो। पब्लिक लाइफ में यू हैव टू फेस एवरीबॉडी, different person, different time. How to handle them? You have to grow, you have to mature. For that, you need to be a good listener. React little late, act little fast. दूसरों की तुलना में जल्दी रिस्पॉन्स मत, तुरंत रिएक्ट मत करिए, सोच के टाइम लीजिए। अगर वहां कौन सा आपको एग्जाम देकर पास करने का प्रेशर है, बट सो लॉन्ग यू आर प्रोफेशनल, अगर आप प्रोफेशनल हैं, आपके रिएक्शन में प्रोफेशनल मेरिट होनी चाहिए, एकेडमिक रीजनिंग होनी चाहिए। ऐसे ही कुछ बोलने के लिए कुछ बोल दिया तो आपकी प्रोफेशनल रिकॉग्निशन कभी नहीं बनेगी। बी फर्म, बी पोलाइट, दृढ़ता और विनम्रता। और मैं एक चीज बताऊं, मेरे एक्सपीरियंस है, जितने भी मेरे सीजन्ड कुलीग यहाँ पर पार्टिसिपेट कर रहे हैं, मेंटोर्स बैठे हैं, वो सब इस बात को अप्रिशिएट करेंगे। देयर इज ह्यूज कंपटीशन as far as ego is concerned, as far as anger reaction is concerned, बहुत कंपटीशन है, ईगो का, गुस्से का, सारे लोग भरे पड़े हैं। लेकिन पोलाइटनेस का, पोलाइट रिस्पॉन्स का, विनम्रता का कोई कंपटीशन नहीं है। दैट फील्ड इज एम्प्टी, यू कैन एंजॉय द मोनोपोली। मैं आपको एक ट्रिक बता रहा हूं, हाउ टू साइन डिफरेंट फ्रॉम अदर्स। चैलेंज होगा, आप में से कितने अपनी एरोगेंसी को, अपने एंगर को कंट्रोल कर पाते हैं, ये सेल्फ चेक करिए। लेकिन अगर आपने पब्लिक लाइफ में ये डिफरेंस क्रिएट करना सीख लिया, आप मान के चलिए यू आर गोइंग टू एंजॉय द मोनोपोली। ईगो का और गुस्से का देयर इज बिग कंपटीशन, विनम्रता का और पोलाइट रिस्पॉन्स का देयर इज मोनोपोली। एकेडमिक जर्नी, हाउ टू ग्रो, आई हैव जस्ट शेयर्ड विथ यू, गो टू द इनसाइड। बिहेवियरल जर्नी, हाउ टू क्रिएट द डिफरेंस, आई हैव गिवन वन एग्जांपल। देन फिलोसॉफिकल जर्नी, अब आपको फिलोसॉफिकली भी सोचना है। कल को आपको टीम मोदी में शामिल कर लिया जाए और ये बोला जाए कि भारत के 2047 के डेवलप्ड इंडिया मिशन में हम जो कर रहे हैं वो क्या सफिशिएंट है, या हम कुछ ऐसा क्या करें। यू हैव टू थिंक बिग। अगर कंप्यूटर इंजीनियर ने इंटरनेट की दुनिया के बाद, प्रोग्रामिंग करने के बाद सोचना छोड़ दिया होता तो आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस नहीं आता। एक समय हम सुनते थे कि देयर इज market is sinking for the computer engineers. Now again market is in the big jump for the computer engineers, because all the good professionals are heavily needed to do AI job. Gone are the days when you have been depending on Google Internet to produce you 100 answer of single question. You are now shifting to ChatGPT or Gemini to answer smartly in a concise way, in a best possible manner, to after analyzing all the available information on the open sources. तो कंप्यूटर इंजीनियर ने सोचा व्हाट नेक्स्ट, दे हैव कम आउट विथ एआई। आज यहां से बैठकर हम मंगल की बात कर रहे हैं, आज हम यहां से बैठकर चांद की बात कर रहे हैं, आज हम यहां से बैठकर अंतरिक्ष स्टेशन की बात कर रहे हैं। आज बिना बॉर्डर पर जाए हम लड़ाई लड़ देते हैं। आज इंडिया, अमेरिका, चाइना, रसिया, यूक्रेन, ये सारा अगर आप देखें तो वर्ल्ड ऑर्डर इज अंडर ह्यूज डिबेट। What is the reason? You have to understand those things. कल को आपसे, अगर आपसे इकोनॉमिस्ट एंगल से पूछा जाए, ट्रम्प टैरिफ का इफेक्ट कंट्री पर क्या, कंपनी पर क्या और डेवलप्ड इंडिया पर क्या, you have to have the answer. This is how you have to grow philosophy outside your subject. Then you have to grow in a holistic manner. So ये चलेगा नहीं कि ये तो मेरे सिलेबस में नहीं था, ये एग्जाम क्वेश्चन गलत आ गया। Now you are facing the open world with the open question, with the open expectation. Choice is yours. आपके पास है, आप कैसे बनना चाहते हैं। Ultimately आपको ये सोचना पड़ेगा, you want to become serviceman or you want to become CEO. जॉब करते हुए भी आप CEO की मानसिकता से अगर करेंगे तब जाके आप ये डिफरेंस क्रिएट कर पाएंगे, नहीं तो एक नौकर बन के रह जाएंगे। किसी कंपनी में जाकर मालिक के जैसे काम करना, यही स्किल है, यही बात है। ये अगर डिफरेंस आपने क्रिएट कर लिया, देन यू आर गोइंग लाइक अ सीईओ। सीईओ जॉब की डेजिग्नेशन से कोई सीईओ नहीं बनता, सीईओ बनता माइंडसेट से। आर यू कैरिंग दैट माइंडसेट? आपसे कोई पूछे 5 ईयर डाउन द लाइन व्हाट इज योर प्लान, आपका आंसर क्या होना चाहिए? जस्ट थिंक, मैंने कभी ये आंसर दिया था, तभी मैं शायद ऐसे बोल पाता हूँ, तभी मैं शायद ऐसे सोच पाता हूँ, तभी मैं शायद ऐसे परफॉर्म कर पाता हूँ। व्हाट इज योर गोल आफ्टर, where do you see yourself 5 years down the line? My preferred answer is I want to become business development partner. I want to become business development partner. I want to rightly connect with the business, not my designation कि 5 साल के बाद मेरा प्रमोशन हो जाएगा, मेरे पास 5 लाख रुपए का बैलेंस हो जाएगा, मैं एक गाड़ी खरीद लूंगा, मैं घर बुक कर दूंगा. This is the outcome, residual thing. The moment you become the development partner of your organization, mind it, organization will automatically become your development partner. The world is of give and take. सचिन और कामली एक ही स्कूल से निकले, एक ही कोच की कोचिंग में उन्होंने ट्रेनिंग ली, बट बोथ हैव सीन द डिफरेंट करियर. एक साथ स्टार्ट किया, एक समय रिकॉर्ड बनाया, एक साथ हाईएस्ट सेंचुरी. किसी समय कामली वाज अहेड ऑफ सचिन, बट वेयर इज कामली टुडे and where is Sachin today? Kamli is hand to mouth and Sachin can master anything. The difference created by your attitude. He wanted to become master of cricket. He did it. The other party didn't. Choice is yours. आप ऑफिस में जाकर अपने समय का उपयोग कैसे करेंगे? भाटी साहब ने जो बात कहा उसको और जरा गहरे शब्दों में गहरे अर्थों में सोचकर देखिए. थिंक इन द डीपर ऑफ इनसाइड. हमारे पास बड़ा अच्छा बहाना रहता है आजकल, हम काम कर रहे हैं, हम पढ़ रहे हैं, जबकि हम इंटरनेट पे सर्फिंग कर रहे होते हैं. चॉइस इज योर्स. इंटरनेट आपको फ्री में कुछ नहीं दे रहा, वो आपसे सबसे कॉस्टली पेमेंट ले रहा. जहां से मैंने बात शुरू की थी, सबसे कॉस्टली एसेट, द मोस्ट कॉस्टलीस्ट एसेट दिस नेचर हैज प्रोवाइडेड अस इज द टाइम. और वो कॉस्टली एसेट, कॉस्टलीस्ट एसेट, कॉस्टलीस्ट पेमेंट वी आर डूइंग, गिविंग, पेइंग टू द सोशल मीडिया. Our 4-5 hours a day. This is the Indian history. This is the global data that a common man is spending 4-5 hours screen time on an average per day on the dirty box. Choice is yours. आप किस काम को कितनी पेमेंट करना चाहते हैं? Choice is simply yours. आपको ही तय करना पड़ेगा. अगर कोई आपको बोले, एक बच्चे को भी ना बचपन से अगर पागल बोला जाए तो वो अपने आप को पागल समझने लगता है. एक बच्चे को बचपन से बोला जाए तू कमजोर है, तू कमजोर है, तो परहैप्स उसके अंदर एक मानसिकता आ जाएगी. आप सबने वो स्टोरी पढ़ी होगी. मैं कुछ नई बात नहीं बोलूंगा, कंटेक्चुअली मैं उन बातों को नए तरीके से आपसे कनेक्ट करूंगा. दैट इज व्हाट इज माय टारगेट. एक पुरानी कहानी मैंने अपने टेक्स्ट में पढ़ी थी, हाथी वाली. हाथी का बच्चा पैदा होता है, जो महावत होता है, द सिक्योरिटी पर्सन ऑफ दैट एलिफेंट, वो क्या करता है, छोटे से बच्चे के पैर में एक मोटी सी चेन बांध देता है और चेन को एक खूंटे से पकड़ टाइट कर देता है. अब हाथी का बच्चा है, वो चेन तोड़कर भाग नहीं सकता. हाथी बड़ा होता जाता है, चेन उसके पैर में ही रहती है. बड़ा होते 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 जब हाथी फुल फ्लेश्ड हाथी बन जाता है, तो भी उसको सर्कस में भी आपने देखा होगा. आजकल तो पता नहीं बच्चे कितने सर्कस देख पा रहे हैं. हमने अपने समय में सर्कस हमारा एक इंपॉर्टेंट मीडिया ऑफ एंटरटेनमेंट होता था, हम जरूर जाते थे. हाथी बड़ा होने के बाद भी ये सोचता है मेरे पैर में तो चेन है, मैं तो तोड़ ही नहीं सकता. लेकिन अगर वो ये मान ले कि नहीं, ये चेन मेरे बल के सामने क्या है, तो क्या वो एक छोटी सी चेन हाथी को रोक सकती है? तो आप सब, जब आपको कोई बोले कि तू ये नहीं कर सकता, तो समझ लो उस हाथी का काम हो रहा है जिसके पैर में बचपन से चेन डाल दी गई, और वो महावत और वो हाथी दोनों इस माइंडसेट में है कि नहीं, मैं ये चेन नहीं तोड़ सकता. अगर आप अपने इनर सेंस को उभारोगे, माइंड इट, ये चेन तोड़ना बड़ी आसान सी बात है. बोलने के लिए मेरे पास बहुत सारी बातें हैं, मैं अगले 2-4 मिनट में खत्म कर दूंगा. रिया जी, आपको पता है जब मैं बच्चों से बात करता हूँ, आनंद साहब, भाटी साहब, जब भी मैं ऐसे सेशन में होता हूँ तो मैं बहुत उत्साहित रहता हूँ कि मैं पता नहीं क्या क्या बोल दूं, बिकॉज यू ऑल आर द फ्यूचर ऑफ द कंट्री. मैं, ये कोई कहानी नहीं है, ये जीवन का अनुभव है. हम सब अपने अपने जीवन में स्ट्रगल करते हुए, लड़ते हुए यहाँ तक पहुंचे और आगे पहुंचेंगे. आपको ये तय करना है कि आपको अपना जीवन कैसा बनाना है, आप कैसे ग्रो करना चाहते हैं. चॉइस इज सिंपली योर्स. परिस्थितियां पहले भी टफ थी, परिस्थितियां आज भी टफ है, परिस्थितियां कल भी टफ रहेंगी, बट इन दीज सर्कमस्टांसेस यू कुड अचीव योर पोजीशन एज अ CMA. आप उन 90,000 CMAs में आ चुके हो. वर्ल्ड की आबादी 700 करोड़, उसमें से ग्रेजुएशन कितने? 5 करोड़ भी नहीं होंगे. उसमें से CMAs कितने? इंडिया में टोटल 90,000. तो 700 करोड़ की पॉपुलेशन में यू हैव एक्सक्लूडेड योरसेल्फ इन जस्ट 90,000. चॉइस आपकी है. 90,000 से नंबर 1 कैसे बने. कंपनियों में जाकर रिटायर होने के लिए काम मत करिए, नेक्स्ट इनिंग के लिए काम करिए, नेक्स्ट डे के लिए काम करिए, CEO माइंडसेट के लिए काम करिए. परफॉर्मेंस आपके हाथ में है, परफॉर्मेंस उनके हाथ में नहीं है। आप जितना डीपर जाओगे उतना आप फ्लरिश करोगे। मैं इस सेशन में, इस तरह के सेशन में अपनी एक, हमेशा मेरे को एक बहुत पसंद है मेरी पोइट्री, उसके साथ मैं एंड करता हूँ। मैं आज भी लिबर्टी लेता हूँ कि वो मैं एक पोइट्री आपको सुना दूं। ये पहले तो इस सीएमए परिवार के लिए 4 पंक्तियां कहता हूं कि भाटी साहब, मूर्ति साहब, आनंद साहब, प्रेसिडेंट सर, रिया जी, तमाम वो लोग जिनका मैं नाम अभी लेना शुरू करूं तो ये सेशन तो नाम लेने में बीत जाएगा। सो विद थैंक्स टू एवरीबॉडी, 4 पंक्तियां इस सीएमए परिवार के नाम कहता हूं कि सफर में जिंदगी के जब थकाती शाम आती है, सीएमएस जुड़िए और जोड़िए लोगों को, तब कहता हूं सफर में जिंदगी के जब थकाती शाम आती है, हवा जब भी कोई गमगीन सा पैगाम लाती है, जमी का आसमां का जब सहारा छूट जाता है, ये रिश्तों की जमा पूंजी बड़े ही काम आती है। तब मैं अपने बच्चों के नाम, जो आज फ्यूचर जनरेशन यहाँ बैठा है, उनके लिए अपने जीवन का सार शेयर करता हूँ। आपके बहुत काम आने वाली बातें हैं। मैं क्या नई बात नहीं कर रहा, अपने जीवन में मार खा के जो सीखा है बस 4-6 पंक्तियों में आपको बता देता हूँ। इसको, इस बिलीव को अगर आप जी पाए तो लाइफ में सब कुछ ईजी है। तब कहता हूं कि एक दिन तो पूर्ण होगी प्रार्थना स्वीकार भी। हमारे जीवन में रोज हार आएगी, घबराना नहीं है, उस हार के सामने चैलेंज करना है। तब ये पंक्तियां याद करिए और दोहराइए अपने मन में, और याद करिए कब कब ऐसी घटना घटी और आपने कैसे ओवरकम किया। एक दिन तो पूर्ण होगी प्रार्थना स्वीकार भी, बस इसी कारण मुझे, बस 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 इसी कारण मुझे स्वीकार है हर हार भी। एक दिन तो पूर्ण होगी प्रार्थना स्वीकार भी, बस इसी कारण मुझे स्वीकार है हर हार भी। मन करे औरों पे सारा दोष मैं भी थोप दूं। अक्सर जब भी हम हारते हैं हमारी इच्छा होती ब्लेम किसी पर डाल दे। मम्मी तुम्हारी वजह से उठा नहीं, पापा आपकी वजह से ट्रेन छूट गई, रिया मैडम आपने टाइम से क्वेश्चन नहीं दिया, सर आपने ठीक से पढ़ाया नहीं। अपनी रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी हम दूसरों पर शिफ्ट करते रहते। तब कहता हूं मन करे औरों पे सारा दोष मैं भी थोप दूं, लेकिन प्रश्न ये है जिंदगी का भार किसको सौंप दूं। मन करे औरों पे सारा दोष मैं भी थोप दूं, प्रश्न ये है जिंदगी का भार किसको सौंप दूं। सूखी टहनी भी स्वयं में, हम जलते रहते हैं लेकिन ये जलने का सामान भी तो हमने जुटाया है। तब कहता हूं कि सूखी टहनी भी स्वयं ही, सूखी टहनी भी स्वयं में, और हूं अंगार भी, बस इसी कारण मुझे स्वीकार है हर हार भी। और कहता हूं कि चाहे चाहे अपयश ही मिले, कई बार हमें लाइफ में ड्यू रिगार्ड नहीं मिलता, ड्यू प्रमोशन नहीं मिलता, ड्यू रिजल्ट नहीं मिलता, तो क्या करते हैं, हार के बैठ जाते हैं? नहीं, हम फिर से चैलेंज करते हैं, फिर से आईना देखते हैं, फिर से खुद से नजरें मिलाते हैं। और तब कहता हूं कि चाहे अपयश अनड्यू, चाहे अपयश ही मिले करता रहूं, चाहे अपयश ही रहे करता रहूं पुरुषार्थ ही, स्वयं से आंखें मिला पाऊं है इसमें स्वार्थी। अपनी नजरों में नहीं करना है, स्वयं से आंखें मिला पाऊं है इसमें स्वार्थी। स्वयं ही मैंने गंवाया मान भी अधिकार भी, बस इसी कारण मुझे स्वीकार है हर हार भी। पूरी रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी लेता हूं, लेकिन इस नेचर के प्रति एक सम्मान है। तब अंतिम पंक्तियां कहता हूं, आशावाद की पंक्तियां कहता हूं कि है यही संतोष की नियति नियत के साथ है। हमेशा परमात्मा हमारे साथ है। परम पिता से घबरा के दाढ़ी मत बनाना या मत बढ़ाना कि अच्छा आज श्राद्ध है तो दाढ़ी नहीं बनेगी, अच्छा आज मंगलवार है तो ये नहीं खाएंगे, अच्छा आज एकादशी है तो चावल नहीं खाएंगे। अरे वो तो सबका पिता है, वो किसी को नुकसान क्यों करेगा? वो तो सबकी माँ है, भगवती माँ, वो किसी का नुकसान कैसे करेगी? तब कहता हूं है यही संतोष की नियति नियत के साथ है। दिस नेचर इज ऑलवेज विथ अस, इट इज वी टू ट्रस्ट। मन कर है यही संतोष की नियति नियत के साथ है, कर्म से ही रास्ता बस कर्म अपने हाथ है। एक दिन जय भी मिलेगी, एक दिन जय भी मिलेगी, होनी है जयकार भी, बस 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 इसी कारण मुझे स्वीकार है हर हार भी। Thank you very much to all of you and welcome to the CMA family, and industry is waiting eagerly for all of you to perform and to fly. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Wonderful deliberations and really we are so much enriched and you have made this session so lively, sir. Thank you so much, sir, for joining this session. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Now, next speaker we have with us Sri Arun Vijayan, sir. He is from TVS Motors Human Resource Department. Are you online, sir?
Hey, hi Ria. Yes,
Yeah.
I'm on.
Yeah. Hello, sir.
Hi,
Sri
hi.
Arun Vijayan, sir, from TVS Motors Human Resource Department. Sir, By education, he is an MBA from International Business University of Greenwich, London, and a BTech in Mechanical Engineering, TKM College of Engineering. And he is from TVS Motors, and he is in HR. He is very passionate and results-driven professional with extensive experience in campus placements, career services, and corporate relations. Having worked on both sides of the table, supportive corporates in acquiring top talents and closely collaborating with educational institutions and students. And we all know that TVS Motors, every time they are coming and hiring CMAs. So we are very thankful to TVS Motors for participating in the campus placements also. So, sir, welcome you, sir, in this advanced skill training program inaugural session, and requesting you to kindly guide our newly qualified CMS on what are the skill sets they should have while going to their interview rounds, and how to prepare themselves for the interviews. So, if you can kindly guide.
Sure, yeah. Thank you. Thank you so much for the introduction and thank you for the opportunity. I'm sorry I'm traveling, so I'm not able to switch on my camera. Please excuse me. Yeah, otherwise, first of all, I would like to congratulate each and every one of you for, qualifying your CMA exams and the course. I understand it's a very rigorous program, and hats off to all of you for clearing it. It's well deserved that you are here, and I think we are also way off the schedule, so I'm keeping it as much short as possible. So, as Ria mentioned, my name is Arun. I work with the campus HR team of TVS Motor Company, and as you might be aware from your senior batches, we have been hiring for a couple of years with CMA, and we have a very good relationship with the CMA industry. I mean the institute as well. So this year also we will be coming, in fact, to hire from CMA Institute, mostly from the Chennai chapter. So you can expect us this season. You hope some of you who are listening to this might come to this side of the table. And as Ria mentioned, a quick intro about me. I've been working. She rightly said I've been working on both sides of the table. I used to support students from the campus as a placement officer for their placements. Used to train students on their resumes, cover letter, interview skills, etc. Post which I have joined the corporate side of hiring. So now I am going to these campuses. In fact, some of the campuses where I used to work with, I as a client have is now going to hire from them. So that is my background in short. So I think to keep it short, my quick 2-3 advices for you, as I think Rajesh sir also mentioned, and I believe most of the industry senior CMA folks would have given you a good session today, starting from morning. So on an HR perspective, I can give you certain things what I have experienced in the last few seasons of CA or CMA hiring, right? Uh, uh, I'll quickly give you 3-4 practical sessions and I'll sign off with that. One, maybe to start with, is your resume. So I, to an extent, that is the first thing that reaches the company from your end, right? So you might think one resume serves all jobs. So please note that it is not the case. You will have to kind of draft your resume for each and every company, each and every role separately, so that it addresses the job description given to you. So please ensure that you do this for each and every company. This will definitely put an impact in the shortlist that you're going to get, and also you highlight your important points in the resume, so that your strong points in the resume, so that you will have your questions also based on those points, right? So this is a trick to guide the interview in your favor. So this is the first step that you can do. Then moving forward, once cross all the initial eligibility criteria, and you reach at the interview table, that is where you need to prove yourself, right? So there is no doubt your institute would have trained you in the very best way possible, but all you got to impress the other side of the table is that 30 minutes or 40 minutes you get with the person, maybe in person, maybe virtually over the screen, right? So there are a lot of things at stake. So it's very limited time where you can prove your efficiency. So the first thing that you do over there is your self introduction. So you ensure that you practice your self introduction in a manner that it attracts the other person to know more about you. It's more or less like a trailer of your movie or your story, right? So you make it exciting, you keep it short, you keep it precise, crisp, so that again, as I mentioned earlier, the strong areas that you know or that you would like to talk more about or you have to talk more about, try to include in your self introduction, so that you can influence the other side of the table to guide the discussion the way you want, or the way you or the areas or domains where you are strong at. So that's one hack that you can do in your self introductions. And as I mentioned, like, see, you will be interviewing with multiple companies, you will be competing with your peers which are equally good. So you need to stand out. Every person going to the interview table needs to stand out to get attention of the interviewer. So make a good self introduction. This is something that students do not focus on. They'll be involved in studying their courses, understanding more on their subject. But if you don't get a chance, or if you don't communicate well to the other side of the table, the whole your hard work of studies is not getting paid off, right? So develop a good self introduction for yourself, maybe 1 minute or 2 minutes, very quick, small.
Sir, Arun sir,
Yes, yes, yes.
sorry to interrupt you. President of the institute, TCS Srinivas Prasad, is on the way from Sabarimala. Just he
Okay,
have to greet for 2 minutes and then we can take the session, sir. Sorry, really sorry to
sure,
interrupt you.
sure, please, no worries, please do.
Okay, sir. Prasad, sir.
Yeah, Chairman. Good evening. Good evening to everybody. Good evening, Vice President, Council members, and all people. I am just on way from Sabarimala. Just now I got the connectivity, so I thought I'll just meet the students for about some moments. So that is why, Mr. Arun, thank you for allowing me in between. Thanks a lot for your gesture. So the first thanks goes to Mr. Vinayaganjan, our cost and management accountant, Vinayaganjan P, chairman of Career Counselling and Placement Training and Education Facilities and Board of Advanced Studies and Research for his vision and efforts in shaping this program. I would like to place on my record to the entire council for continuing this particular aspect term after term, and this 12-13 days curriculum has been designed to provide a complete package of technical knowledge, workplace competence, and personal development. Okay, this also will cover the business ethic, CV writing, communication skills. You must be knowing all other sessions which are going to be discussed for all of you. And one important thing is this comprehensive coverage reflects the Institute's commitment in preparing all the final passed students who are not only technically proficient but also will be made industry ready. Ethical, we must remember this particular word, ethical, ethics and ethical will decide as to what is going to be your future. And adaptable professionals, because so far maybe you would have done an individual study or you would have done a group study. From now on it is always you are in a group, you are going to be in a team, you are going to be a team member. Whoever is going to do that role as a team member will always flourish and go up in your life. And India's economic growth and progress towards becoming the third largest economy, you all will be witnessing the great vision getting fulfilled of Viksit Bharat 2047 as dedicated professionals, and we have a very critical role, and appreciation is due to all the faculty and industry partners involved, all the resource persons who are going to be here for the next 2 weeks. And a reminder to, and for you, a reminder to approach each session with seriousness and curiosity, making the most of this opportunity to shape a distinguished career. Please remember, passing the exam is one particular milestone, but living as a great citizen of this country is another starting point in your life. And we at the Institute, all of us are ready to be with you forever in whatever endeavor. And once you complete your 3 months 3 years experience, you would have done already 15 months minimum. 3 years experience, you become a proud member of this institute. and start contributing to the institute and the profession. Best wishes for the successful of conduct of this program and bright future to all of you. Thanks once again to everybody. There would have been a lot of noise at the background since I am traveling. All the very best. Jai Hind. Vinay, if you want to say anything, you may. Otherwise, Mr. Arun can join.
Sir, you are on mute, sir.
Thank you, President, sir. Thank you. Arun, sir, you may start, sir. Sorry.
Sure. Thank you. So yes, I think I was telling you about the self introductions, right? So prepare a very strong self introduction and post that, and also be mindful that, see, during your, you might have your day 0, 1, 2, right? So have an understanding, or at least have an idea within yourself that which companies you want to get into, right? So there might be 10 companies, there might be 50 companies. So don't go with the mindset I'll get into any company. So you should decide, or you should have an understanding. Let's say, okay, these are the top 5 companies I'm preparing for, so I want to get into these top 5 companies. So you prepare for that as well. One key thing, or one small tip there, is to connect with the alums of those companies, right? So they would have gone through the same process or a similar process. They might know how interviews are happening, how the processes are happening in those companies. So simply, you have a very good tool called LinkedIn, right? So just connect to those people, and you all are from the same background, or from the same institute or the curriculum, right? So they will also relate to you. So you can send a request over LinkedIn. You might send to 10 people, at least one might respond. That's more than enough, right? So try to connect with those people in your dream company. So have a set of dream companies. I wish TVS would also be one among them, but yeah, in general, I'm telling you, whichever companies you aspire to get into, focus for those companies and prepare for those companies as well. Connect to the alums, get some understanding of the process, and prepare for those companies extensively, so that you get the your dream company and your dream role. So these are the few things in general, and I think it's way over time, so I'm keeping it short. And all the very best to each and every one of you. Let's hope we'll meet at least some of you during the Chennai chapter processes, and hope some of you will join the TVS family as well. Thank you everyone. Thank you, Ria. Over to you.
Thank you, sir, for joining.
Yep.
We now have with us CMA Arita Majumdar, General Manager Audit, Afcons Infrastructure Limited. Welcome you, ma'am. Ma'am, are you online? Arpita, madam?
Hello, am I audible?
Yes, you're audible, madam. Welcome you, ma'am, in this advanced skill training inaugural program. Yeah. So requesting you, madam, to kindly share your thoughts to our newly qualified CMs. Over to you.
Yeah. Thank you. Congratulations, everyone, for becoming a CMA. You must be feeling very happy and proud of yourselves. Well deserved. Good. Now, I'll keep it short. I come from a construction industry. We have been, I work for Afcons Infrastructure. It's one of the leading companies in infrastructure field. We are mostly into bridges, roads. We have presence in India as well as abroad. Now, most of y'all may not have aspired for a construction industry, or most of y'all may not be aware of what a construction industry is. So, I'll just take you through what a construction industry is, what are the growth opportunities in a construction industry, and how a CMA would fit in. So, before that, I'll just give you an idea about the things that we do. Now, most of you might heard of Chenab Bridge, right? Or Atal Tunnel, or the East-West Metro, which goes under the Ganga in Calcutta. Now, these are the kind of construction that is done by Afcons Infrastructure. Okay. We have 5 verticals. One looks strictly into roads and bridges, one into all metros, one in marine, one into hydro and tunneling, and one into oil and gas division. Now, I'll tell you why I'm telling you this. It's not a propaganda for a company, but you need to understand. Now, most of y'all, when y'all pass out, you all think of a desk job, a nice profile, getting into some kind of analysis. Construction is a bit different from that. Construction life is tough. But at the same time, the other rewards that you get, I'm not talking in terms of money, but the exposure that you get is phenomenal. Okay. Your growth is in geometric progression. You will have to start at the bottom, because unless you know the work, you'll not be able to grow up. But within 4-5 years of time, you'll be heading a project site, provided you gear up to that. So, uh, how does a cost accountant fit in this role? Why not only a graduate? What is the difference that a cost accountant can make? Now, mostly a construction site or project is a separate profit center for us. So these projects have their own budgets, have their own profit and loss statements, own accounting, and everything is compiled together at head office. Now, as I said, life is a bit tough in construction because as you have to complete a project within a specified time schedule, the working hours are more, the efforts are more, but at the same time, the learning is also phenomenal. See, if you're building a road, you will learn about so many materials, what goes into the road, what happens, what is the standard mix that is to be used, what is actually being used, what is the impact on cost because of that. Now, most of us have done standard costing, right? If you work normally in a manufacturing or any other sector, standard costing comes into a limited use. But if you are in construction, your standard costing, your variance analysis, these are much needed skills. And why these are a challenge? Because for every project, you will need a different kind of benchmark. For road, you'll need one. For marine, you'll need one. You know, if it's an oil and gas project, most of you must have seen something on Bombay High, the platforms on Bombay High. We build those kinds of platforms. So there, the materials needed are more. Now, when we talk about a bridge, when we talk about something like Chenab Bridge, we are talking about millions of tons of steel. Thousands and thousands of steel. And you also know the price of steel. If there is something that results in more wastage, you will know the impact on cost. So, as a cost accountant, these are the special skills that you have that we need. Just normal bookkeeping, which in any case you will have to do, is something that a graduate can also do. Okay. But since you have gone through areas like, you know, uh, programming, program analysis, PERT, CPM, then how to crash the timings, budget. And this budget is not just a financial budget. This budget is also a blend of your uh, materials, a part of engineering into the budget. Now, here you will get parameters like standard cost for actual work done, and this actual work done is not going to be same throughout the company. It will depend from project to project. So at every project you learn, so you'll actually get to use this formula. So there's two ways to look at it. If you are not much of a learner or very bookish, then you can go ahead with the portfolio given to you, do some analysis of subcontractor costs, do some analysis of main costs, and life is easy. But if you are sharp, if you want to learn, then the scope is endless. You will get to know about wastage, you will get to know about budget, you have to prepare the cash flows of that budget, you will know how the fund is happening, from where it is coming. You'll get involved into a little bit of treasury aspects as well, vendor financing, preparing the P&L and balance sheet of that project, coordinating with HO, coordinating with client for collections. Your coordination skills will improve. Coordinating with suppliers for payments or better credit terms. So the role is huge if you're in project accounts. Now, what else can a cost accountant do in a construction company? You can also work in head office for finance and treasury wings. Now, what does the finance and treasury wing do? They are into vendor financing, arranging for loans, credits, uh, talking to banks, commercial papers, LCs, BGs, etc. Now, these are what the finance departments do. Where else can you work in a construction company? You can work in the internal audit department. Now, how do you add value in the internal audit? Most of us have a notion that internal audit is just going, checking whether processes are being followed, and then we tick off things. But it is not like that. It is, again, you apply what you learn, your costing skill set, how much a process failure would affect the company in terms of cost. So there also you can add value in internal audit. Another field that you can add value in in construction is in the insurance sector. Now, insurance is huge department in a construction company because we have lots of manpower, equipments. Then there is your loss of profit policies to follow up with sites to see the best possible policies. That is also where you can add value in construction. But basically, if you are in accounts, then along with routine accounting and profit and loss, you can add a major value in the costing. Now, we have different costing departments, MIS departments, where they mainly appoint engineers. But a cost accountant can also work parallelly with them and add the commercial aspects to the budget and take control over that. So this is broadly the work scope that you get in a construction. Now, why I took time to explain this to y'all in detail is because when you aspire for a job, you'll have just passed, you'll look into the IT sector or a good corporate sector or an office where you sit, a very nice, well-decorated office. Now, construction may not give you that. Of course, there will be good offices and all, not saying that. But construction will give you something which no other job will give you. Imagine a person who has been involved in the project like Chenab Bridge. Today, he has with him an experience which nobody else has. He has been a part of making something which has been phenomenal, which is an icon. Calcutta Metro. Somebody who has been involved in a project like Calcutta East-West Metro has traveled underground, under the Ganges, much before the normal train has started moving. You know what is going in. The knowledge that you get is beyond compare. And believe me, for the first few years of life, I feel you should concentrate more on acquiring your experiences and knowledge. Once you have this as a base, money will flow in. It will definitely flow in. Now, having said that, what is the kind of growth path that we have in a construction? When you join, you normally join as a management training officer. You are posted at sites, projects. We refer it colloquially as sites, but basically you're posted at projects. In those projects, you start from the base work because you need to know each and every work before you reach the top. And then you're gradually exposed to procurement, average payables, then subcontracting of work, labor supply, then acting as a project accountant. So project accountant is the highest post in a particular project. To reach there, you'll need 4 to 5 years. Okay. And you need to understand the whole business. That's why you need to start at the bottom. So in this industry, irrespective of whether you're a graduate, whether you're a cost accountant, you will need to be trained right from the bottom because the time span of reaching the top is very less. So if you show that you have skills, if you show that you have interest, you will reach the top very soon, in 4 to 5 years. You'll be doing something for a project, and that project is not for less value. Our average size of projects is around 1,000+ crores. So you will be
Ma'am,
heading the
sorry to
account.
interrupt you. Your camera is off. If you can kindly switch it on.
Yeah, I'm having a bandwidth issue. I'll switch it on. Wait. But then the voice is getting a bit.
Okay,
Hello?
okay.
Yeah. So in a 4 to 5 years time, you will be heading the accounts department of a project, of a 1,000 crores project, which is like an individual company. You will be handling the accounts, the finance, part of internal audit, everything of those projects. So that is the growth. So to reach there in such a small time, of course the efforts are going to be huge. So I needed to explain to you the construction industry, how it works, what are the opportunities, and what is the growth path. That fairly sums it up. If you have any questions, I'm glad to take it. But think about it. So when you're targeting industries for your placement, think about the companies you want to attend, but do give a shot to constructions also. Look up companies like Afcons. There are other companies also in construction like Kalpataru, HCC, L&T. Look them up. Look at the projects they're doing. What are the things inside that project? What are the elements of cost? What attracts you? Now, we'll be attending the campus this time also in Mumbai. And some people who had come for interview, they were so thrilled with the kind of work they saw on internet that Afghans had done. They actually refused a higher salary job where their work would be stagnant or at the same pace and joined construction. Now, I'm not giving you all a very hunky-dory picture that life is going to be very smooth. Like construction, like infrastructure, is a short-term project. You will have to really work hard. But then, as I said earlier, your growth will be in a geometric progression. What are the qualities we look for in a cost accountant while we recruit? Honestly, you're a cost accountant, that's good enough for us, because whoever is qualified does have basic understanding and ideas and has basic intelligence. So the percentage of marks and what you've got really does not matter. What matters is where you see yourself in future. What are the kind of roles and ambitions that you have? And also, how good you think you are in coordination? Because coordination is a very, very important part of working in a construction. It is like being in a ship. If you're in a ship, you're sailing with some 20 people, and if you're not good at coordination, you'll be left alone. So is the project sites. If you're in a project, there are some 200 to 50 people in that project. If you're not in coordinated, your skills are not good in coordination, you'll be left alone. So how is your coordination skills? How fast you are willing to learn? That is what we look for. Now, it is okay if you're not like very fluent in English and you can't write a very good letter. Of course, you all will all be knowing basics, but the skill set we look for are functional skills, coordination skills, and what we value over and above everything else is integrity. We like people of character. We like hardworking people. We look for them. So, if you are planning to come and join us in construction, look us up, look other companies up, and please do attend the campus interviews. Now, with this, Surya, I think I have completed what I wanted to say. In case you want me to answer some questions or if there are questions, I'll be happy to answer. Hello?
Hello. Yes, madam.
Yeah, ma'am, I've almost
Push.
completed what I wanted to say. So if there are any questions, fine. Otherwise, the next speaker can come in.
Yeah. We are just checking, ma'am, if there is any questions.
Yeah, sure.
Hello.
Yeah.
We have received a question from Ankit Kumar. He is asking, how can a young cost accountants align themselves with industry requirements in infrastructure and project-based companies?
Yeah, I've mostly covered it, Ankit. Thanks for the question. But again, for you, it's just your acumen to learn, be a good person, be a man of integrity, and learn and coordinate well with people. You already have the functional skill sets because you're a cost accountant. You know about costing, and that is it. You don't need much more.
So next question from Nivita. She's asking, any technical skills to acquire which help us to stand out?
No, being a cost accountant is good enough. Our MD is a cost accountant. I'm a cost accountant. There's another general manager is a cost accountant. Basically, we can pride ourselves being a cost accountant company. So the only other skill set is how fast you learn. That is it. But
Next
no other
question.
skill set. Yeah.
Next question from Anupan Paul. Whether ERP play a vital role in construction sector?
Yes, we have SAP. We all operate in SAP. So yes, it does play a vital role because all our processes are inbuilt in SAP. And it does not matter if you do not know SAP, we teach you that. We always have a constant people from HO guiding people at projects.
Next question from Sakshi. What technical areas should we cover that might be tested in interview?
In interview, we do not actually test anything major technical or thing. We just have a 1:1 discussion because I'll be very honest, all of you all are qualified accountants, right? So what can I ask to judge if you are a better accountant or something less? You all have just qualified. The world is waiting for you all. So we just have a 1:1 interview. We tell you about us. We just like to know about what your aspirations are and whether you will fit in the company. And basics about, say, GST, basics about accounts, that's it. Basics about GST and something latest that has come in GST. Nothing much more.
Next question from Nidhi Hiridani. Most of the times, the biggest struggle is to get shortlisted based on a CV. How can we, in this, what should they do?
No, that is a struggle. I do understand. We don't actually shortlist based on your marks or something. Construction, again, it depends where our projects are. Suppose our projects are mostly, or suppose right now we are expecting more projects in Dahej, Jamnagar. So we would like people from that area. Okay. So our shortlisting will be based on people from that area. If we are expecting people in Maharashtra, then we prefer people from Mumbai region. In Mumbai, we prefer people who have a place to stay, because otherwise it becomes difficult for people to come in. So basically, it's in infrastructure, it depends on where your projects are, nothing else.
Next question from Shivangi. Some tips about how to crack GD.
Nothing. Be yourself. Relax, have a glass of water and be yourself. Nothing else.
And I think we have covered this in the morning also, Shivangi, about GD.
Just be yourself. I'll give you a small story which my MD shared with me. It was about Indira Nooyi. When Indira Nooyi had gone out in US for an interview, even despite her interviewing very well, she was not selected. And she was very, very upset. So her mentor asked her different questions. Said, what did they ask you? What did you say? And she said everything and they were right. Then suddenly it struck the mentor. He asked her, "What did you wear to the interview?" She said, "I tried to wear the trousers and a coat." And she was not used to that. She said, "Next time you go, you wear whatever you are comfortable in." So next time she did that, she cracked the interview. My point in saying this story is, you be yourself. We like genuine people. Everybody likes genuine people. We are not expecting you to be Nirmala Sitaraman from day one. Okay. You will learn that gradually. We just want people who are willing to learn and go ahead. That is it.
I think, ma'am, these are the questions we have received from the students. So thank you so much for attending today's inaugural session.
Thank you, dear. Thank you, everybody, for giving me a chance to speak
Thank
out.
you so much for accepting our request and coming to this online inaugural session of Advanced Skill Training Program.
It's my institute also, so it's a pleasure.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. Yeah.
So now we have with us CMA Harshal Deshpande, sir, Central Council member of the Institute of Cost Accountants of India and Chairman, Journal and Publications Committee of the Institute. Welcome you, sir, and good evening and welcome you in this today's session. Requesting you, sir, to kindly address.
Thank you very much, Surya, and thank you very much, Chairman Sir, Vijayan Sir, for organizing this wonderful event. So today is, I'm from Maharashtra, so today we have Ganesh Visarjan. So first of all, Ganpati Bappa Moria. And many of you, I enjoyed, but you could not enjoy because of this orientation session. But this is how it is going to be. Okay. Now you will be having a choices. There will not be that everything you can do. Sacrifices will be a part of your career, and it will go on. You know, it's life is about making the better choices. You will not have everything on board. So I just since morning, I think a lot of things you are being boosted. So Ara, Ria, this chat is on with the people.
Yes, sir. The chat is on, sir.
Chat is on. So I want all of us, whether I want to check that all of you are awake or not. So please drop a big hi. Hi. Are you there? Those who are there, you can turn on your camera if you can see you, so that we can feel the energy. I know it's being a long day for you, but this 11 days are going to be a great kind of a get together for you. This is a great opportunity to interact. Today, who is sitting next to you is your kind of teammate or a colleague or competitor as well. So you never know. That's why it may happen that the next person trained to you 14 days, 11 days, this entire thing, he might get a job, you don't get a job. So it can happen. Okay. So, but nevertheless, you will remember him, because after a few days, it may happen that, see, this is a very long, your career is going to be some 30 years or a story. So you never know this, you are going to make some great friends, and over the period of time, after 10-15 years, you will see that they are occupying better positions, and in that case, this networking definitely help. So I'm sure that this all sessions you should enjoy, and this also should have a very great networking opportunity for all of you. So I just had a few points to say, nothing much. Don't worry, guys, that I will not take much of the time. See, is my screen visible, Ria?
Yes, sir. It's visible, sir.
So you can see some of the great personalities. You know, I have purposefully have not written their names there because they don't need any introduction. Okay, they are the names. They're just glimpse. You know that who they are. But the thing is that whether we ask the qualifications of, say, Lata Mangeshkar, or we ask the qualifications of Bolt, you perhaps not required, isn't it? So the life is going to be like that. That this CMA degree is going to give you entry gate. It is going to give you a passport, but the visa you have to buy your own. Okay, so visa is something, employability skills. I like that many of you asked the questions to madam that how to become more employable, what are the choices to make, and somebody asked the same question what madam was explaining 5 minutes back. So I was surprised. अरे at least madam ने जो पढ़ा वही आपने वापस question पूछा. So we should है ना. तो मैडम ने कहा भी, मैंने अभी यही तो कहा आपको. So we should not repeat it. So थोड़ा सा आपको भी careful होना होगा. That's questions. It's good to ask the questions. बट जितना क्वालिटी ऑफ द क्वेश्चंस अच्छा रहेगा ना, सो उतना थोड़ा समझता है कि आप कितना इंटरेस्ट ले रहे हो. I just want to, of course, this is my short profile, and all of you, I think many of us, you are connected either on this X or Instagram or LinkedIn. So right now my LinkedIn account is not working, but I know it's a matter of time. And of course, I'm open so networker. So any queries or any YouTube also I have channel, some videos I posted, but there is all kind of nothing is monetized. So what we are doing is just for the sake of this thing. There is no following. If you don't follow, no problem at all. It is up to you. And of course, any problem is there, we are one of the ones who are more connected with you. So do not hesitate for any queries. I do have a WhatsApp channel wherein I post a lot of job vacancies that help a lot of people. So in case you are interested, kindly drop me a message, or you can just get the link, and you can join, and we will share the job openings which will help you to make your career. One question somebody asked me that what is a trick to crack the interview. I wanted to show a trick. Okay, very nice. And this trick you will all of you like because it is from a movie. Okay, so I'm just sharing that with you. Is my screen visible?
Yes, sir.
So
जी मैं ऋषि वासवानी, यहाँ पर मैं इंटरव्यू के लिए आया हूँ.
मिस्टर वासवानी, आप वहाँ बैठ जाइए.
चलिए चलिए. थैंक यू.
चलिए, मीटिंग का टाइम हो रहा है. मिस्टर राज माथुर
जी,
प्लीज आप अंदर जा सकते हैं.
कल की याद किसने की? वी डोंट नो. अब ये हावड़ा ब्रिज, हावड़ा ब्रिज का सस्पेंशन एक्सीलेंट कंस्ट्रक्शन. बिल्कुल, वी डोंट नो.
आई कम इन सर.
Yes, please come in. Come in, Mr. Mathur.
थैंक यू. गुड मॉर्निंग सर.
Please be seated. मिस्टर माथुर, आपने तो सिविल इंजीनियरिंग में सिर्फ डिप्लोमा किया है, हमें तो डिग्री होल्डर्स मिल रहे हैं.
राइट.
मैं आपका मतलब समझा नहीं सर.
इनके कहने का मतलब है हम आपको नौकरी में क्यों रखें. वाई मैं राइट सर?
यस.
क्योंकि डिग्री से सिर्फ सर्टिफिकेट मिलता है सर, अकल नहीं.
जो आप में है.
जी हाँ.
आप इसे साबित कर सकते हैं?
जी बिल्कुल.
कैसे?
अब मिसाल के तौर पर आप ही के बनाए दिल्ली में शक्ति नगर कॉम्प्लेक्स को ले लीजिए, जिस पे आपको बड़ा नाज है.
नाज क्यों नहीं होगा? दिल्ली के सबसे पॉश और अच्छे कॉम्प्लेक्सेस में से एक है, यू नो.
दैट्स वेरी ट्रू सर. और इस कॉम्प्लेक्स की लागत तकरीबन 30 करोड़. एम आई राइट सर?
30 करोड़.
द आरसीसी कंपोनेंट 15 करोड़.
राइट.
कितने पैसे की फजूल बर्बादी.
व्हाट डू यू मीन?
मेरा मतलब है कि अगर इस फाउंडेशन के लिए आप रबल मेसनरी यूज करते तो आपके आरसीसी की बचत होती 15%.
15%?
जी हाँ, 15%. और अगर आप लोड बेरिंग ईंट की दीवारें इस्तेमाल करते तो आपके आरसीसी की बचत होती 35%. 35 प्लस 15%.
यू मीन 50%?
करेक्ट. 50. मेजनरी, ईंट, मजदूरी, इसका खर्चा आता 2.5 करोड़. और जहां पर आपने 15 करोड़ रुपए खर्च किए हैं वहां पे आपका पूरा खर्चा आता सिर्फ 10 करोड़. अब आप इसको चाहे 5 करोड़ की बचत कह लें या फिर 5 करोड़ का फायदा.
सर, तुम्हारा कंप्यूटर क्या कहता है?
He is absolutely right, sir.
Absolutely right. मोदी, ये कॉम्प्लेक्स किसने बनाया?
सर मैंने नहीं.
तो आपने बनाया था ये कॉम्प्लेक्स?
यस सर, बट
इसका मतलब है
सर कि ये नौकरी मुझे ही मिलनी चाहिए। थैंक यू।
ऑफ कोर्स यू गॉट द जॉब। कांग्रेचुलेशन।
कांग्रेचुलेशंस माय बॉय। थैंक यू वेरी मच सर।
आप मुझे जरा बाद में मिलिएगा सक्सेना साहब।
तो कैसा लगा दोस्तों इंटरव्यू? यू लाइक्ड इट, है ना? सो दिस ऑल ऑफ यू, this is an excellent example that how the interview has to be cracked. All of you are now OTT generation, and this is long time back when I was a kid. This movie was there, but today also it holds so good. This gentleman, our Raju, is talking about cost reduction in the project. So how much homework he has done? कितना homework करके गया था ना वो, क्या है प्रोजेक्ट, क्या किया, किसने क्या लगा, कहाँ पे कौन सा मटेरियल लगा. So आप ऐसा अगर कुछ करो ना, अभी आप मैडम को पूछ रहे हो आपकी कंपनी क्या कर रही है, दिस थिंग, सो आप ये स्टडी आपने खुद से करना है. यू हैव टू डू योरसेल्फ एंड गो प्रिपेयर्ड. दिस इज व्हाट यू आर डूइंग, and according to me, that is the expectation. Madam said very clearly that you are cost accountant, that's enough. So a lot of responsibility on us, है ना, कि we have to showcase that अरे what we are. And I'm really happy that you guys are amazing. I've been in touch with many of you, and we feel that perhaps in days to come, this profession we are going to take it to new heights, and all of you are going to have a great career. There is no doubt about it. Only thing is that we need to have some clarity about thoughts. A little bit of polishing also required. Communication skills, the aptitude, and little presence of mind. What not? You know, this career is going to be long, 30 odd years of your life. So make a good choice. And many of you, especially campus, they are joining for jobs. Okay. But I am telling you that this job is only one way of looking at as a same as a life. There are other ways, that is the practice, self-employment, academics, and so on and so forth. You can start your own business, own venture. So fintech company or a startup, that also is one of the areas where we can contribute. So don't just remain कि मुझे बस ये करके मुझे नौकरी चाहिए, किसी कंपनी में मैं जॉब लग जाऊँ, एक बार पीओसी में गया तो मेरी लाइफ सेट है. क्योंकि क्या होता है, अभी तो पीएससी में अच्छा जॉब आपको मिलेगा, है ना, यू विल गेट अ वेरी गुड सैलरी and you will be on the list that okay, this person got 18 lakhs, 28 lakhs, something like that. But if you look at say lifespan of 10 years, 15 years, so that 20 lakhs will become 25, 27, 28, like that. Slowly there is a stagnant growth in PSU and government. Whereas somebody who has started 3 lakhs from the private placement, you never know, in 5 years you can reach 30 lakhs also. So that is exponential growth. And business, or you are starting a practice, 10 years that person could be zero, and suddenly you will see that he has crossed everybody and he has become. So this is going to be a very, very long career path. So it is not a 100-meter sprint, it is a marathon race of 42 kilometers that you have to run. So don't sprint, don't run like a sprint and exhaust your energy. You have to be there with us, and of course we want you also to participate in institute activities. We want योर एक्टिव एंगेजमेंट, बिकॉज अभी तक जो आप स्टूडेंट इतना अपने डायनामिज्म था, इतने सब एक्टिव थे. आई फाइंड सोशल मीडिया पे आप इतने अच्छे पोस्ट करते हो, आई रियली अप्रिशिएट दैट. तो वो डायनामिज्म, वो जो एक्टिवनेस है आपका, दैट शुड कंटिन्यू. एंड बीइंग मेंबर, तो आपको और भी थोड़ा सा उसमें वी नीड टू हैव मच इम्प्रूव्ड वर्जन ऑफ द कंटेंट शेयरिंग, मच इम्प्रूव्ड वर्जन ऑफ डिस्कशंस. अभी भी क्या होता है कि हम ग्रुप्स में बात करते हैं, वी कम टू ये ट्रेनिंग कब है, ये कब है, लाइक दैट. सो प्रोफेशनल ग्रुप्स में आए तो आपको ये भी सीखना पड़ेगा कि हाउ टू बिहेव लाइक अ प्रोफेशनल. तो कौन से क्वेश्चंस कहाँ किसको पूछने हैं, कोई जल्दबाजी नहीं है. इट विल टेक सम टाइम, आई अंडरस्टैंड. तो कोई बात नहीं है. सो आई विश यू ऑल द बेस्ट, एंड दोज स्पेशली आर फ्रॉम वेस्ट, आई विल ट्राई टू have some slot so that we will have a better interaction, and we will discuss so many things. In fact, there are so many things I wanted to discuss, but today is not the day. This is going to be the end of the session after the presidential address. So I don't want to take much time of yours, and we can stay connected. Surya madam, has president joined?
Yes, sir. President sir has joined.
Okay,
He was traveling. He was traveling actually.
So is my time
we-
over or any question is there?
You can address, sir. Means,
Okay, just you let me know
you
when.
can continue.
Huh?
You can continue, sir.
After by people like to watch such a Shahrukh interview. Interviews, if you can share more, people are liking.
Yes, so actually there are so many such content. See, what happens is that nowadays I really recommend all of you that see the mobile. Many times say that ki, this is the one of the distractions, but use it properly. You know, this mobile is one of the best thing you have in your life. Okay, so only thing is that little bit of inclination. What you do is that in your mobile you install some good finance app like say moneycontrol.com, economictimes.com, maybe a stock exchange softwares, some analytical these things like then start watching such good movies which are having a very good for example this you must have seen one movie or you can check The Founder. Okay, that movie is on the Netflix. Okay, there's the movie how this McDonald's was built. Okay, so there is a very good stories on Netflix that about the bankruptcy, that is the bad man, something like that, it's there. So it talks about how big people like this Kingfisher Malya, how he lost his business. Nirav Modi case is there. Then there are a lot of investigative series kind of programs which you can definitely should watch. I'm never saying that don't use mobile, don't use OTT, don't use this, that. Use it automatically. See, one say Instagram, you can learn Excel very nicely. Once you start scrolling the Excel tips, now you will see that more and more content you get like that. But if you go on containing just watching some videos of some girls or boys attractive person, then that will show the same thing. So idea is that you should have a string. You should break the string first. You start that, okay, let us have some interactive content which pertains to my learning portion. The internet is very AI is a very strong thing. It will give you the same stuff what you are looking for. So it is up to you to decide what to watch, what not to watch. गलती से भी आपने कुछ गलत देखा और आपने देखा थोड़ा सा ज्यादा भी देखा उसको, तो उसको ऐसा लगता है कि यू लाइक दिस, सो इट विल कीप ऑन सेइंग यू दैट जो एल्गोरिदम है इट विल ऑटोमेटिकली ड्रैग यू देयर. तो दिस वर्ड इज गोइंग टू बी, अभी तक क्या क्या था, आप स्टूडेंट्स है ना. सो मिस्टेक्स आर ओके, नो प्रॉब्लम, विद इन आवर फोर वॉल्स और थी. अभी द मिस्टेक्स आर गोइंग टू गेट पनिश्ड. ओके, सो यू मेक अ मिस्टेक्स, यू आर आउट ऑफ द जॉब. यू मेक अ मिस्टेक, you may lose the opportunity. So these mistakes are going to be now costly. So it's better to learn from the mistakes of the others. So why we share all these things? Because some of the cases I have also made my mistakes. So many mistakes I have done in the life. So what I share, because that will help you that this mistake at least you should not repeat. Okay, this we call the many times in the sessions, the earlier people who have passed and got a good rank, you interact with them, you get a good thoughts. But I request you that also talk with the people who could not get a job. Okay, so these are the ones, the failure cases, perhaps that will help you कि उन्होंने क्या गलती की थी जो आपको नहीं करनी है ना. क्योंकि आप वो गलती वापस करोगे तो इट विल बी कॉस्टली फॉर यू. तो आपको ये भी ध्यान रखना है कि ऑफ कोर्स इट्स गोइंग टू बी फन. आई एम टेलिंग यू, our Vinay sir has designed in such a nice way that all of you are going to enjoy. You have to be sincere, not serious. Okay, just seriousness, okay, interview का time ठीक है, but it will be very good all get together. You will, अभी तक क्या था, हम अपने कोर्स में इट्स लाइक correspondence course, तो इतना interaction होता नहीं except few chapters wherein the oral coaching classes are conducted. That too some people attend, some people don't attend. बट ये एक अच्छा मौका है आपको इंटरेक्ट करने का. आपके प्रॉब्लम्स दूसरे किसी के भी प्रॉब्लम हो सकते हैं, है ना. तो आपको शेयर करने हैं उनसे. यू हैव टू मेक फ्रेंड्स, डोंट मेक एनिमीज ऑफ कोर्स, बिकॉज दैट एनिमी इफ यू मेक, कभी कभी और क्या होता है कि यू फाइंड समबडी एज अननेसेसरी कॉम्पिटिटर, but in your bigger life, after 10 years you will find that that person has good vacancy and you are the one going for interview. ये जैसे शाहरुख का आपने देखा इंटरव्यू, ये माथुर जी ही उसको मिले जो माथुर जी शायद उनको ही रिजेक्टेड हिम. सो इट मे हैपन. सो यू आर यंग, यू आर टैलेंटेड, सो मेक श्योर दैट यू आर एट योर बेस्ट, है ना. कम्युनिकेशन स्किल्स very much required. Then I will just take 5 minutes because this in PPT there is some interesting thing I just bought which I would like to share with you till the time president joins. Okay. Yeah, I'm sharing with you. Here we go. Okay. Yeah. So can you see my scene? Okay. Okay. Now here I'm presenting you some of the names. Okay. Now let me ask you a question. Okay. This Colgate. Okay. All of you know this Colgate as a company, right? What it does, Colgate? You will say that, sir, what a funny question. Colgate, we know toothpaste, isn't it? So yes, Colgate manufactures predominantly a toothpaste. But do you know that whether Colgate originally started from the toothpaste? I will tell you, Colgate didn't had toothpaste as the main product originally. Okay. In fact, toothpaste was not in their product portfolio. Colgate started as a company manufacturing soap. Okay. So have you any time heard about Colgate soap? Okay. Because it failed, Colgate didn't succeeded, and then somehow in the process they invented this tooth, and which is a universal product nowadays. So they failed in soap making. P&G again, a very good example. Procter and Gamble, big FMCG company. All of us we know each and every day we use something about the P&G. But whether the P&G started as a FMC, again the answer is no. P&G originally started their business was making the candles. Okay, and one day this the great Thomas Alva Edison, invented electricity. So the moment he invented electricity, this P&G board gathered and they said that now candles we are not going to sell because there is electricity. Now something else we have to start. Then they started this FMCG they got into, and we know them as a FMCG. We know about Apple. Apple actually used to sell the computers of IBM. So from that it has become one of the great companies. Nokia was not a phone company; it was it used to manufacture paper and pulp. And Wipro, we know everybody as this Indian example as a IT giant. Wipro was not a IT company; it was a Palm and Refined Oil Company. The name itself is a Wipro, Western India Palm and Refined Oil Company. That was the name. Why I'm telling you all this? Because many times you will say that, sir, I used to do a tax. Now should I do a tax, or I should have a career in management accounting? Should I have a career in internal audit? So yes, you can very well do. Okay, so it is not that okay you have to just whatever you are doing that is the your career. No, you will be having this kind of options. Why about these companies? You can see on the screen three gentlemen. Okay, one Mr. Boman Irani. You must have seen his movie. You liked these Three Idiots, isn't it? So he was a chef in a five-star hotel till 50 years of his life. Okay, then now he got into acting, and we know him as actor. Harsha Bogle. All of you, I don't watch cricket, but all of you like cricket, so I have taken the cricket example. This person is not even playing a cricket. He is a cricket commentator. He has made his career as a cricket commentator. Do you know what is his qualification? He's a IIM graduate. Okay, he would have done a great, fantastic job. He could have got anywhere, but instead of doing that, he is into great comedy. And this great bowler Anil Kumble, he was a BTech, not a BTech. In fact, he was a MTech, and that too in 1990s when this IT was booming. Okay, so he left everything and he's now known as a great bowler and now a coach also. So these examples why I'm citing you that this life you never know what can happen to you. So today, many of you, I'm telling you honestly, although our Vinay sir is making his best of the efforts, out of the campus only 40 to 50% get placed. Okay, so remaining 40 to 50%, maybe 50 to 60%, you have to find a job somewhere else. It could be off placement or off campus. The people like me also can help you, that's okay, or you have to find your own referrals. But those who could not get a job, don't think that you are dumb, you're not good. Many of our, including myself, I didn't get anything in the campus. In fact, there were no campus when I started. I'm telling my own story that I'm now insolvency professional, registered value. You must have seen my introduction. So when I started my career, I never thought I will be IP. In fact, this insolvency law itself came in 2016. So this is going to be a very dynamic life. The changes are happening fast. In our times also, I'm not that old of course, but in our times these changes used to happen, but these changes are become more and more faster. I was some days back, I was in Kerala and I was talking to some of the students. I was giving the example, top 10 companies in the world today. Okay, take the example of Apple or Tesla, or it could be this Nvidia, or it could be Facebook, Meta. Okay, so all these companies were not in existence 20 years back. Okay, so like your age perhaps maybe more than 20, but by the time you were born, these companies were not in place. So I'm talking about your generation. You forget about my generation. So these changes are going to happen very very fast. Today, what are the top 10 companies, not only in India but in globe? Okay, you never know whether they will be there in a year or two. You never know. You could remember that Nvidia, when this DeepSeek was launched by this in China, the share market, the stock of the Nvidia crashed more than 30% in a single day. So you never know what can happen. So my humble request is that this is not the beginning, this is not the end, right? This is the beginning. Okay, so you think that, okay, now I have done so much of studies, now I am a CMA, now I am settled, now I will get a good job and I will live life fantastic, I will get a good job, then nokri chokri, all these things. But itna simple nahi hoga. Today government jobs, PSC jobs also are equally demanding. Gone are the days of freebies and free lunches. Now every meal on your plate, it counts. So you have to work, you have to continuously work. uh, uh, in my introduction I have told you that I have got many qualifications. And why so? Because I like to learn more. Okay, so after having this many qualifications, still I'm pursuing something. What is the idea? The idea is very simple, that I have to, if I have to stay in the market, this is the world of this is a competitive world. So survival of the fittest. So if I'm not the fittest, I won't survive. It is as simple as that. And I have to grow, I have to make my career, I have to build my career, just to remain in my career, rather remain in my uh, active pursuit of my this thing. So growth is the requirement for survival. Growth is not required only for the sake of growth. If you don't grow, you will be out. This Nokia is one more example. I've put it on the board. There is a famous interview by a Nokia CEO, when Nokia was one of the today we have Apple. Nokia was a king of the mobile phones. Okay, one point of time, king matlab it's total domination. And in 3 years time, everybody was gone out. Okay, so somebody asked the questions to Nokia CEO, that actually what went wrong. So Nokia CEO said that actually we did nothing wrong. Okay, so that nothing wrong, he has done whatever is required, but that is not enough. Okay, so if you do like that, okay, I will do whatever is required, I will do nothing or whatever the minimum required, then gradually you will be thrown out. Okay, so my humble request to all of you, that you have proved yourself, you have that zeal, you have that caliber, you have got potential, you have to make best of it. Don't just stay lazy and say that, okay, now I have qualified, so this job is like a everyday examination. Okay, or practice is like a everyday examination. So every day you have to face new challenges, and if you are not facing challenges every day, then you are I don't know what to say, you are not living your life. Okay, so that is what I would like to say. And thank you very much for your time. Any questions are there, we will quickly take, otherwise I will hand it over to uh, Ria madam. Ria madam, any questions are there?
Questions are almost done, sir. That we are not receiving any more questions.
Okay, so all of you are there, or you have they're
No,
gone?
around 302 students are there as of now.
Yes. They are logged in, so actively
Yeah.
all of you, can you I give you a task, okay, within 2
One
minutes of
student is asking Rose Maria what same questions almost. What type
what.
of analytical question we can expect during the interview?
All of you are such a great, intelligent and this thing. So these questions you are asking me, you are there having your mobile. take your question, put into chat GPT. There is in WhatsApp, there is a meta function. Drop it, you will get the answer. Why these questions you are asking me? So these generic questions, Vinay sir, I'm sharing with you. One day, somebody, okay, one student, he was writing FCMA. He has given a message to me. He's saying that, sir, I have done a syllabus for 2047. Okay, 2047 syllabus. What should be a CMA syllabus he has given? And also I said that, oh great, that's wonderful. We are also working on the 2047 syllabus. We are working as of now 2027 syllabus. So you have anything for 2027? Yes sir, I do have. So you also given me 2027 syllabus. I said okay, there was something in it. I read it. Then I asked him questions that, okay, where are you from? Then he answered me. Then when he qualified, he said that, sir, I'm not fully qualified as it. Then I said that you have put FCMA. Sir, yes, sir, I have qualified foundation of CMA, sir. So I said, oh, I said you have foundation of CMA, great. Then from where you got this idea of having 2047 and 2020? No, sir, I was just searching something. So I put on Chat GPT that what should be what ICMA should do in 2047 and 2027. So he has put something content, and he has put on LinkedIn, tagged everybody that this is what this thing, and everything was put to task. That everybody is now wondering, अरे एग्जैक्टली हम हमारे पास तो हमने कुछ किया नहीं, ये बच्चा देखो 2047 का सिलेबस दे रहा है. So I mean, I do enjoy those things. I mean, this creativity keeps also us acting. But एक बात है कि आप जो है ना, one thing I find, it's बहुत कॉपी पेस्ट हो रहे हैं. आई एम टेलिंग यू, ऑल द कंटेंट्स लिंक्डइन और दिस थिंग. अभी आप पास हो गए ना, एवरीबडी यूज स्टोरी है ना, सब चैट जीपीटी से स्टोरी आ रहा है. This is not the way. This you can use it for phrase framing. You have some original content, and you can do some enhancement. What you are doing is that ground to end, everything you are doing with the AI, so that gives a kind of a repetitiveness. So your content may be good, but it will not have that kind of engagement because it's a copy paste. Nowadays, it's very simple to track such cases, that which is the copy one. So I will request you that use the AI over and above your OI. Okay, what is OI? OI is your original intelligence. So original intelligence plus artificial engineering. That is how it will make you as a successful user of the AI. Don't use just blindly that, okay, you have to put your intelligence. So while you are going for interview, use it, definitely required. These questions, that's why I'm telling you that these questions, what you're asking, these questions, even to madam you asked, I was not there since morning, but these questions are very much, very generic questions. These are, anybody can answer this. And even if somebody answers you, I don't think so you will be sincere enough to put it to the action. So what is lacking is that we know everything nowadays. Okay, so any questions now with the AI, you can get the answer. The question is that how you implement it. Okay, suppose I want to do any study of any, suppose I want to go to a company, say Reliance, I want to do a job. Okay, I will do a study, and but how I will implement it, AI won't implement it, isn't it? So that is where the role of management accountant is, and you have to make use of this AI. There is no other thought in my mind that if you don't use the AI, then you will be out of the market. Okay, the 2-3 things predominantly you require. One is the Excel. You should have a very very good command over Excel. If you are not in using Excel, then you are out of the business. Any finance job, you will not be able to make it. So Excel is a very very important things. Do in our curriculum we also have to Excel, but what I find is that this is more of a kind of a compliance, because when the students come for me as for this practical training, then I if I tell them that, okay, what do you know in Excel, they say that, sir, we know Excel, we can take sum, we can do multiplication and addition. So that is not the use of Excel. In fact, if you say like that, that itself gives the feeling that you know nothing. So use this time, have a good grip over Excel. A lot of Instagram channels are there which gives a very nice trips and this thing. So just like, no need of having any formal sessions. YouTube channels are there, you can give very good training on the Excels. So do it yourself. And the best part is that now onwards, all the trainings, okay, these are not meant for any examination. Okay, these are meant for your own development. If you are not interested, nobody is going to come to you and say that attending or a question like that. If you don't want to attend, don't attend, no problem. But you have to make sure that whatever you are attending, there is no point in sitting in the laptop and just putting on the mobile or using playing games. So it's a waste of time, isn't it? So you should not do it. So once you are there in the session, kindly make sure that you are fully into the session and you are fully engaged with that particular activity, and you're not putting everybody's times waste. So the time is going to be the essence of your career now. So every minute and every second is going to count for you. So with this, I say thanks to my placement directorate for giving me this opportunity. We will be in touch, and if any questions are there, kindly do not hesitate. I'm an open networker, so later on also you can ask me your questions, but I will suggest that please do ask some pointed questions. So वो क्वेश्चन का आंसर देने पे भी मुझे थोड़ा सा दिमाग लगाना पड़े और थोड़ा मुझे भी मजा है, सब कुछ मैं भी आपसे सीखना चाहता हूँ, है ना. यू आर ऑल नेक्स्ट जनरेशन ऑफ अस, and we want you also to help us. We are also having a lot of vacancies in the institute. Okay, so if anybody is interested in working with the institute, you are most welcome. You can connect any of the council members, and this all the advertisements are also on the website of the institute. So you are welcome to join any of the chapter, region, and headquarters. So with this, I thank all of you and wish you a great career success. We want to hear out. Last time there was some highest package was 36 lakhs, some 10 odd students got. So this time we want to have a bigger package and more number of students having that. So thank you very much, Vinay sir, for everything. And once again, wish you a very great career. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir, for such an enriched session. And so now I request CMA Binaranjan sir, Chairman Career Counselling and Placement Committee, to kindly address.
Good evening. Thank you all the speakers. Thanks the students for making the program a grand successful one. And request all the students to regularly attend the place where and all they have been allotted. And there are many funny questions which I have seen in YouTube, like what is a formal dress, or if it is absent, what will happen. See, these things and all as a professional should not ask. That is my only suggestion. It's when we are attending some professional training or program, try to be a professional, first thing. And second thing, see, why we are asking you to come in a formal dress, or if possible wearing a tie or wearing a suit. You should not feel discomfort when you go first time for the interview with tie and all. So that makes it, I mean, habituated, and so that you will feel at ease. And even why we are asking you to come to the training regularly is there will be some kind of a discipline will be developed or groomed. Once you join in office, sitting morning 9 to 5, you will not feel at some kind of a discomfort because you are already trained. So please try to take benefit out of the training, first thing. Second thing, today we do have wonderful speakers like TVS HR, Arita Madam of Afcon Constructions, and Indian Oil, Badrinath, Naiveli, Prasannacharya sir. Likewise, even our Vikas Prasad of UPL CFO. And there are some speakers who are monitoring these chats because they will be coming to our campus. So please maintain decorum. Please, once again, I request you all, not only here, in any training program, please maintain decorum. Okay. Then, please attend the programs regularly and take benefit out of that. And small announcement is that at least we want to cover all 4 metros placement drives in October month. This maybe schedule will be shared with you very soon. Maybe by the end of the training we will be sharing, but this is the broad plan. all 4 metros, we want to cover it by the end of October or by before November 4th or 5th. This is a small announcement from the placement director orally. In writing, formal communication will reach you over a period of time. All the best. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for your address. I now request CMA Dr. D.P. Nandi, sir, Secretary Officiating of the Institute of Cost Accountants of India, to kindly deliver the formal vote of thanks. Over to you, sir.
Thank you. I think I'm audible, right?
Yes, sir, you're audible, sir.
Okay. So it was a long day right from the morning. So there are at least 20 speakers, our all council members, including President, Vice President, sir, and 5, 6, and more than that, speakers from the industry top-notch industry heads, mostly are CMS, few HRs also. So I think you have been motivated by their speech. All short speech, but what they have told, I have heard sometimes that all on your practical aspects and motivational aspect. So with this note, we'll be returning today, and from tomorrow onwards, your next journey to the particular centers as per the list already been provided in the website, and mails are also sent to you. So that remaining 11 days, it is a earnest request from the institute that you should utilize the time and utilize these resources properly, so that your journey towards placement, campus placement, and beyond will be a cherishing one, and you will be able to grasp that your desired result in the campus placement. So with this, we'd like to end here, and with a great hope for placement of everyone, all the candidates, those who are present today. And attendance is a very important thing. So I request everyone to attend all the sessions in the forthcoming 11 days in various centers to make the maximum use of this earlier pre-placement orientation program, now advanced program. So thank you everyone for joining. Thank you. Jai Hind.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you everyone for joining. All the best. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Bye, sir. Can please play the national anthem.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे। भारत भाग्य विधाता, पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा, द्राविड उत्कल बंगा, विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा, उच्चल जलधि तरंगा।